Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Welcome In. My name is or Alec. I will be running this month's Cosplayground, the Lighthouse. So let's get right into brass tacks here and introduce our amazing players and their amazing costumes. First up, we have Robeast, Rowan.
Hi, I'm Roby's.
Yeah, go ahead and
Roby's
introduce yourself.
everywhere. Are we just doing and I play Yev, who's a
Yes,
giant mammoth Luxodon.
we love to see it. All right, and next up, we have Kate.
Hey! My name is Kate. You can find me at the Kaladi Kate on everything now because I finally unified my username. Yay! I am playing Nimbus, the Air Genasi Phantom Rogue.
All right, that's exciting. And next up, we have Matt, Captain Crail.
Hark ye, lad. There's a storm. Hi, gang. I'm not going to be there for too long because I am going to be doing it literally the entire session today. Hi, gang. I'm Matt, or Captain Crail on pretty much all things, but mainly on Twitch. We stream Monday to Thursday. I'm going to be playing Witterel Coraltooth, the College of Eloquence Goblin.
We'd love to see it. All right, and last but certainly not least, we have Daniel.
Hello, I'm Daniel, or That Shaver Kid on all social media. Not that I post a whole lot, but you can go follow me. I'm sometimes around. And I'm going to be playing Loon, the Twilight Cleric, which after spending a few months with this guy above me, I guess, the voice is probably going to just sound a lot like his.
Oh, yeah. That's what we like to hear.
All right. And I already kind of introduced myself, but I forgot to do my socials bit because I'm a bit of a dummy. I'm Alec or Commune. I am a variety streamer here on Twitch and a general D&D content creator. You can find me all places at Commune DM. And I will be your dungeon master for this evening. But before we get into the Lighthouse Cosplayground proper, I believe we have a disembodied voice for some announcements.
Hey, guys, it's me, Govey, disembodied voice. Guys, before we get into the announcements, I got something really exciting to tell you all about. I found Commune's diary, so I'm going to read you some excerpts from that here for you all before we begin the show. Okay, so just, consider the voice of Alec here. Flip it open. Find a good... Okay, here we go. Dear Diary... Boy, the Welcome In just has some of the best programming. This week alone coming up, on April 26th, that's tomorrow, they have Highlight Heroes featuring Aaron Obsidian Olive, which is really neat. I'm excited for that. Then, of course, on April 30th, we have one of my most favorite shows, Off the Rails. And then the day after that, May 1st, we have Conundrum Company. That's not how you spell conundrum, Alec. Then on May 2nd, we have Feline Frenzy, Call of Cthulhu one-shot that, my really cool friend who I get to play with soon, Kate, is going to be running. So very exciting. And of course, next weekend, you know what I'm super, super, super excited for, Diary? Oh my gosh, oh my golly. It is... all of the cast and crew of the two campaigns playing their games in onesies because everybody completed their community challenge. I remember contributing to it like it was yesterday. I was so excited and hype. Really got the blood flowing. Now, I'm so astounded by this amazing content, Diary, and it's all because of their amazing sponsors over at Twee, like Skull Splitter Dice, who they sponsor Twee, and they sponsor these really cool giveaways, and you can also go and check out their projects. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna click on the link in chat next time I'm there, and I'm gonna click on the link so that I can get there and purchase some dice. But also during the session that I'm DMing very soon, that I'm very excited about, I know that people will be able to enter that giveaway with !win in the chat. Followers, I think, are probably going to get, Diary, I know you really want to know this, they're going to get one entry and subscribers get two, so make sure you subscribe beforehand, okay? So that's really exciting. I hope folks stay tuned for that. And then, of course, the other really cool sponsor they have is the gooeyest of cube companies. That's a normal thing that I say all the time, Gooey Cube. Gooey Cube Diary, man, they make this really cool holistic D&D 5e content that you guys can have the whole world made for you. And if you click on the link in chat that I know everybody who's there is going to do when we do this, the tense in this bit is really hard, then you can get over to their page and purchase all their GUI Cube stuff. Super excited again about that community event. And I've been reading Diary recently, a lot of stuff on the Twee Wiki, so you can click on the link in chat and get over there. That's what I did to get over to the Wikipedia, learn about the campaigns and all the cool shows. It's one of my most favoriteest things to do, Diary. And I really do appreciate all the players, the campaigns, and Tanner Methalidor for helping do that. So much appreciate. And then, I think that's it, Diary. I'm going to sign off here. I'm going to get a little sleepy sleep. So little kisses for you, Diary. Love, Alec. So that was a really good excerpt from Alec's diary. Thank you, Alec. I know you didn't. Shannon sent it to me. Sorry, bud. Yeah, but anyway, before we go any further, one final announcement. This one is that this month's charity, we'd like to ask folks to focus on the National Asian Pacific American Women's Forum. The NAPAWF is the only organization focused on building power with Asian Americans and Pacific Islander women and girls to influence critical decisions that affect their lives, families, and communities. They use a reproductive justice framework to elevate AAPI women and girls to impact policy and drive systemic change in the United States. This is a community that has been severely mistreated both historically and contemporarily. They are individuals who very much deserve our support and kindness. The best way that we can do that, or one of the best ways, is to provide funding. So please, before you spend any money on us, on subscribing, on swag and stuff, consider instead going and clicking on the big donate button on our About Us page and submitting a donation on our behalf, on your behalf, on a friend's behalf, whatever it is. And with that, my friends, I pass it back to you.
Well, awesome. I didn't know I was getting put on blast today. Sick. Thanks for those announcements. And Shannon, how could you? All right. So without any further ado, I think it is time that we dive into Cosplayground, the Lighthouse. So last time we had seen this intrepid band of adventurers, they had bested and completed Ever's changing arena, the Clockwork Maze. They were paid a hefty fund of gold and 1 platinum ingot. And they decided to take those funds and start a privateering career, per se. Over the last year, they've been doing jobs, making money, and making a name for themselves. But in this year, 1492, they were contacted by King Vincent Scandalore of Drukamesh with a bit of a job offer and a little bit of fear. You guys remember this conversation you had with the crowned king of Drukamesh, part of the Drukameshian Empire. He had assigned you a job to go to the Balien Isle on the continent of Tolesh. It was a 3-month journey, but Balien is a proud exporter to Drukamesh. Fish, special gems and stones, all sorts of things. Our ships and the ships from Balien have stopped coming to shore in Drukamesh. So we have to figure out why that is. You've been tasked with a crown-appointed ship to head to the Balien Isle, see what's going on, and to meet with the city's mayor, Tirgonius Vax, to see if the trade deal is still in effect. We pick up 6 months into your travel. You're but a day's ride out from the Balien Isle. What are you guys doing on your ship? Crew is working. The night air is, very inviting and easily whipping through this ship, helping you push forward to your destination. The crew is quiet, knowing that you have a big journey ahead of you. What are you guys doing on ship? Let's start with you, Witterel. What are you up to?
At the top of the crow's nest, with his little Kraken familiar that I found out that I can have. There's an octopus that sits next to Witterel on top of the on the crow's nest as they look out with this long telescope.
Okay.
Whenever you look at Witterel, it's like, surely a bird would be more useful. And then, yes, Witterel says, but I didn't have that one on hand, did I? I have an octopus on hand, though. They're just looking out. Okay. Wind in their hair. Speaking of Tales of the sea.
Got it. Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check, quick.
I
Woodrow.
will love to do that. Plus 10, 23.
23. The sea looks nice and open ahead. Doesn't seem to be any sort of obstacles in your guys' way. You can see a bit of land. It's too far away to make out at this point, but you can see it's there, and you can imagine that's Balian. So it looks to be that you're to your destination almost.
Gonna ring the bell.
What do you
Land
see?
ho, chaps. Oi, there's land ho. Where we're going is just off there. But the seas are calm. Never trust a calm sea.
All
It's
right.
lesson 1 of sailing. Never trust a calm sea.
Why is it taking you 6 months to teach us that?
If I dumped all the information on you right now, it'd be very overwhelming to find out all the things of the sea all at the same time. So I'm drip feeding you when they're important. This particular one, that's my bad. This one I should have told you way months earlier, and I forgot until now. I'm just enjoying alone time. You know how it is.
And we will stop by Loon. What are you doing on board of the ship at this point in time? It's about 10:30 p.m. It's late into the night, so
Kind of keeping a general eye out and just making sure everyone's doing their tasks and keeping us on course. Kind of swaggering around, enjoying this new sea life.
Yeah.
And just kind of staring up at clouds and being like, clouds. There's water out there, but not really adding anything to the conversation.
Okay. And you're a cleric, correct?
Yes.
What god do you worship?
Some moon god. I have this written down somewhere.
The moon one.
The Moonweaver?
The Moonweeper.
Let's go with that.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. 24.
Your connection to your goddess has waned recently with the new adventure on the sea. You've been distracted with life on the open ocean and adventures to be had. As you look through the night, your eyes peer to the moon, which is bright and full in the sky, and you see a deep green light begin to overtake the moon. You look around, nobody else reacting to it, and then within a moment you see the moon crack and fracture and split. You blink again, you look, it's fine. You haven't received omens in a long time, but this feels like one.
Instantly sitting down cross-legged just on the ship and just starting to pray.
Okay. All right, and we will stop over to Yev, our Loxodon companion. What are you doing on the ship at this point, Yev?
I think Yev has mostly been ping-ponging between incredible seasickness and trying to figure out this ball that he picked up in the clock maze in Evers. And hasn't figured it out yet. Every once in a while, I'll say they probably gave him a menial task for a barbarian to do.
Sure.
Just
You're probably moving boxes.
Yeah, like pretending to tighten a bolt or something with a wrench and then looking at the ball.
So-
You know those little toy sets that you give to kids with the plastic?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Just
You're kind of doing your menial tasks. You're
So
kind
I'll
of
try to
surveying.
put the square in the circle hole.
Yeah, yep.
why won't it go into the hole? I don't understand this blasted toy.
You're doing your menial tasks, and you kind of look. You see the bit of land way off in the distance, and you begin to feel this vibration on your hip, similar to what you experienced in the Clockwork Maze. And this orb that you've been carrying for the better part of a year begins to glow and shift, but as soon as you recognize and acknowledge it ceases.
I see you. playing games, you sneaky ball.
All right, and then lastly, we will stop over to Nimbus. What are you doing at this point on the ship?
Nimbus is walking on deck, holding out their lantern for light, occasionally looking at it, tilting their head curiously, saying something that like is weird to say to an inanimate lantern, you know, just like talking to it, asking how its day is, you know.
Yep.
And then seeing Loon go, "Oh, did you have questions about the clouds? I can tell you all about them."
No time to talk. Must pray to the moon.
All right. Well, then, do you mind if I sit down next to you and meditate?
Yes, sit here.
And they'll take out of this one particular pocket on their hip, a leather pouch that is wrapped up and unwrap it. And inside the pouch is 4 different, seemingly unrelated little trinkets, and each various sizes, colors, shapes. Maybe one is a little spinning top, the other is a hairbrush, the other one is a broken piece of a mirror. And just sitting there with those laid out in front of them, and they start meditating.
Okay. Give me a general wisdom check. Could be insight, it could be perception.
For insight, that's a 17.
17. As you sit near Loon, the lantern that is affixed to your person, you begin to hear this kind of creaking, and a smoky purple hand pushes itself out and begins to slowly claw at the deck. And you just hear death awaits. And the smoke with a gust of wind dissipates.
I've never seen it do that before. Death awaits, my friend.
Death usually awaits most of the places we go, so hopefully that's not a bad thing.
Lantern's never done that anywhere we've gone before, though.
Aye, that's true. What do you think it means?
So, go ahead.
It's death.
Interesting.
So,
Very interesting.
very, very interesting. You guys take the rest of your night, complete any jobs you have, take your rest for the evening, and you wake up in the morning. As you do, I need you to all make dexterity saving throws.
Oh, cool.
As you wake
Love to
to
see
this harsh wind and the ship rocking viciously back and forth.
17.
17, okay.
10.
11.
I also
10.
got a 10.
Okay, so the only one that passes is Nimbus. You guys are going to take...
They're very nimble.
They are very nimble. All right, you guys are going to take 9 bludgeoning damage as you're thrown from your beds and you smack into walls in the area, trying to pick yourself up.
What's going on?
You guys go to top deck.
Oh, it seems like there's a
Yes.
storm.
Oi, lads!
Yeah.
Wake up, all of you!
All right.
Pushing random crewmates who's just sleeping.
Yep.
All
So-
hands on deck, lads! Come on!
All right. As you guys run upstairs, the calm weather that you thought was ahead of you is all but gone. The sky is a pitch black. There is no physical wind that you can feel. Clouds are black, lightning spiraling from cloud to cloud. The water vicious, dark blue, choppy, as if you're in this torrential storm, but there's no rain, there's no wind, there's nothing. You can see writhing, serpentine-like seaweed latch onto the side of your ship and begin to try and... You feel tugs in certain directions. but your ship manages to pull through. I need all of you, and you can explain to me what check you want to use and how you want to do it. Your ship is about to be submerged.
Oh no!
What action do you take? This could be strength, dexterity, intelligence, whatever you want to use. Explain to me what you're doing, and we'll make a check. We'll start with Ritterl.
Crow's Nest, spotter, is their job. As soon as anything is attacking the ship, get as high up as they can, look out, see what the problem is, yell out like directions like, "Oi, that's there, that's the weak point, that's where we gotta be." And that is the...
Okay, so are you gonna roll a charisma check of some sort?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make whatever check you'd like. Based on your charisma, whether it's performance or persuasion. Let me know what you get.
Right, let's go performance. Let's hope this plus 12 is kind to me. 27, pretty kind.
27. So you can see Balian Isle not even a mile away from you. You're close. You know how to get there. You see what to avoid. You voice that well and true to your crew. All right, and we'll go to Loon.
I would like to cast Control Water.
Okay.
To create a wave behind us to try to push us to the shore faster.
Okay. Are you going to be using your spellcasting ability?
Sure.
All right. So that would be your wisdom. Go ahead and give me a wisdom check with your proficiency bonus.
13.
13. Okay. So you hear Whitterell. You're kind of looking around, trying to assess the situation, and just in a quick moment, you furl your hands up and push this wave forward, able to push the boat a bit. Yev, how do you want to help in this operation?
I'm gonna just book it to the top, and as I go, smash open the doors so that nobody gets stuck in there in case we do go down.
Okay. All right. So you just want to kind of do cleanup duty and make sure everybody's where they should be?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a way out. There's a way out in case it goes bad. Nobody's drowning.
It's good
I would
shout.
say give me a strength check with your proficiency bonus.
Oh. Mine was actually 15.
15. Okay.
Just so you know.
I got a 6 plus 4.
10. Okay. You're pretty sure you got everybody. Should be good. All right. And then Nimbus, how are you helping this operation of getting the ship to shore as quickly and safely as possible?
You said so there is seaweed growing on the side of the ship.
Yep.
Does it seem to be paying attention to our little lifeboats? Do we have a lifeboat?
Give me a
like
perception
or
check.
not a lifeboat, you know those little boats that you use
Yeah.
because you can't take the ship all the way to shore and you need to go back and forth?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Yes, the dinghies.
Little
The
dinghy.
dinghies, there we go. I always forget that's the real word. So that is I rolled a 5, but I forgot. High level rogues have reliable talent. So
They
it's
do.
really a 10 plus so 16.
Oh, wow.
16. You can see that 2 of your 3 dinghies are gone. They are beginning to latch onto the third.
Okay, so as Nimbus will, while attempting to guide those who may not be able to swim, very well, maybe if we have any tabaxi on the boat,
You hear one tabaxi. I can't swim!
or any of those who look like they might have gotten injured from falling things,
Sure.
is going to start to prepare. Maybe okay. So is Mage Hand an action? Okay, so
Mage
is
Hands would be
going-
an action, but that's fine.
But it's from the lantern.
Yeah.
So, okay, so can the lantern act on its own without me? Okay. So have the lantern kind of, like the mage hand from the lantern, the spirit try and untie, and then going to, if any seaweed gets like too close, just try and
Okay. Swipe
Sever
it
it.
away. Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give me a general dexterity check for keeping the seaweed away. I will roll for the lantern.
Ooh, that is a natural 1, but I have proficiency in just dexterity check. Reliable talent wouldn't work on that, right?
No, this
No.
is moving very quickly. You're getting as much as you can. It's
So that's
happening very quickly, but the lantern is able to swipe the seaweed off of the side of that that small dinghy and clear it completely.
Okay, and then just kind of be like, all right, get in here. Come on, come on.
Okay. So, I need you all to give me one dexterity saving throw as a group. You can see that the Balian Isle is super close. You guys are seeing the port right now.
Okay.
So this is the name to aim it and get the ship as close to where you want it to go as possible.
Now, it is as a group, so I don't know if I want to. Okay. Narratively, I feel like this makes sense, so I'm just going to relay what I'm thinking.
Okay.
So, as a God, my hair is so in my mouth. As a shot caller, is what I'm imagining. Like his role is like, you get over there and you can deal with this. Can I cast Bardic Inspiration on one of us? So one of the three.
I will say you can cast it generally. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, brilliant. Cool.
For sure.
24 from me. We're rolling nice.
All right.
I'm vibing with my rolls today.
Dan, you're looking like you didn't roll a 24.
7.
Sick. All right.
Dirty 20.
30-20, and yeah.
A 6.
Another 6?
That's 7. Can I have that be the one I use the Bardic Inspiration on?
Yeah.
Where I'm like, come on, lad, we know about this. This is what you gotta be doing.
That's a 9. Oh wait, what dice does it?
It's a
at
D10.
this point?
It's a D10.
Ooh, it's a D10.
Yeah.
D10.
Ooh.
Big Bard Boy.
Yeah.
Okay, 12.
12. All right. Combined with Witterell's help and everybody's combined action, you guys are able to push the ship, not able to slow it in time, but you crash the ship into the port and manage to stop it completely. You guys have arrived in the Balian Isle. There's a bit of damage to the front keel of your ship.
You planned that, Witterwall, right?
Die. You can't plan anything on the sea. The sea is the one who plans the scheme, alright? What I tell you, you never trust a calm sea.
So, you guys, now we'll say your ship is around here. It's kind of crashed between this dock and this one right here. You're able to get off. I need you guys to all make me perception checks.
Beautiful. Hey, can I be a sneaky little boy?
You want to? Yeah.
I have the spell Arcane Eye.
You
when
do?
I can should I have a cheeky read. I can
Cheeky
create an invisible magical eye that hovers in the air for an hour, and I mentally receive visual information, and it can see 30 feet. Can I shoot it just as like a kind of vantage point? I'd know where would be a good place to look, just to see if I get a better perception of the general areas, if there's anything.
So is there anything specific you want to look out for?
Like dangers, any form of creature that's waiting in the wings.
Sure. Yeah, that's totally fine.
Things like that.
Yeah, go hog wild, my friend.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, dude.
Okay, cool. That perception is a 19 then.
19.
17 for Loon.
17. So with Arcane Eye, you're getting a big ping on the lighthouse across town. Big ping. But you are on the opposite side of town. So it would take you maybe a little bit to walk there, but right here in the general vicinity, no creature, no magic that pops up to you as something with ill intent. So 17, Nimbus,
crew.
and then Yev, what did you guys get?
Hearties.
I got a 21.
21? And what was that? 11. Okay. As you guys do get on shore, you see that the little patchy grassed areas are no longer grass. You see collections of algae and seaweed, barnacles and algae sprawled across all of these buildings. You see around you, emitting from the lighthouse just a bit away, this sickly green light emitting brightness. There's no sun. The sky is black, overcast. And you do see lights on in these buildings. You see people walking around. The forest behind the port city. The trees are no longer trees. They're almost like coral reefs that are kind of tilted downward. The weight of the tree branches aren't able to hold up the coral. So it looks like sea life is kind of infesting the Balian port city.
Oh man!
So-
Does the green light coming off of the lighthouse look like the green light that covered the moon to me last night?
It does.
Aye. As beautiful as this place may seem, it hides a hidden danger. The lighthouse. I'm getting some. I'm getting a feeling that there's a darkness emanating from it.
I saw that same color green cover the moon last night. It worries me.
I think that's where we're meant to go then.
Yeva's gonna like come out of the water, just like soaked, just like. I hate this fucking island already.
I need you all to make investigation checks.
Cheeky little boy. Part 2.
Yeah.
This time it's cheeky. I would like, if it pleases the DM,
It always pleases the
to
DM. Go
cast
for
the
it.
spell Legend Lore to see if Wit, in their many journeys across the deep sea, know anything about this like green power making the natural flora and fauna of land seem like the sea.
Sure. Okay. With legend lore, you've seen stuff like this happen occasionally. Not anything with the green light, but you've known of dragons of certain types able to change the environment around them. You've known of hag covens able to have the same ability close to their lairs. There are a handful of creatures that have this ability, but this light, this sickly green essence is something you've never seen before.
Curses.
And per the rest of your investigation checks, you notice
Um,
upon each other. Yeah, what'd you get?
14.
14?
13.
13, you have?
3.
You all have these amphibious gills growing on your necks. And as you look at your hands, you see webbed fingers, what you can assume to be webbed toes, and your skin begins to take on this oily, slick complexion.
My lord.
You now have the amphibious ability, so you are able to breathe water and air. And you have a swim speed of 20.
Dang.
Thank you, Josh.
This is not natural. Is there anyone walking around the streets, or is everyone kind of shut up inside?
You can tell, per your investigation checks, you can see that everybody is inside. There's not a soul on the street. There are lights on. You can hear conversations, particularly in this building here. I'm pinging it on Roll20. Looks like there is a door there. You can hear a bit of revelry in there, but nobody is on the street.
Okay.
Well,
is it
should we...
possible to like go up and kind of look inside a window?
Yeah, if you want to.
Boop.
And you want to? I assume you want to do this stealthily.
Yeah.
Give me an investigation check and a stealth check, please and thank you.
All right, so that one is the investigation. That is a 19 for investigation and 23 for stealth.
Okay, let me just
Wait, no, hold on. Wait.
Holy.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah. You are not noticed, but as you peek in, you can see 3 humanoid forms. You are actually at the front door, peeking through a window. Seems that they're pouring themselves ale. They're having a conversation. As you investigate further, you can see similar amphibious gills on their necks, but you can see these forms are much more fish-like. This kind of long, distended jaw, large globule eyeballs. But you can also see human features. You can see there's a goblin in there. You can see goblinoid features, human features. It's
Anyone
strange.
wearing clothes reminiscent of the crown, like the crown signet on anyone's clothes anywhere?
You do see one individual, an elven woman, what you can imagine was an elven woman, with the Scandalar crown seal emblem on her shoulder.
How long ago did the ship go missing, or did we...
Shipments have been going missing for the last 6 months. Exports have not been making their way to Ulkes, the capital city, in 6 months. So there's concern of some foul play, whether it be with mercenary or pirate organizations, if there's some disagreements between the governments of Ulkes and Mayor Tirgonis Vax of Belian. That's what you were sent to investigate.
They'll go back to their group and just inform them.
Okay.
There's a woman in there. They all have, well, all of the people in there have the same afflictions we do, although it seems as though they're much more severe. I would assume they get more intense with time. There's a woman in there, formerly elven, who's wearing the crown symbol on her arm. She might be one of the people from the fleet.
Aye.
Should we go try to find this Targonius Max that we were sent here for?
Perhaps we could talk to her, see what she knows, if she remembers anything. We don't know if this messes with our minds as well as our bodies.
Aye. There may be a scuffle coming, but hopefully they'll have retained some of their more kinder traits to us. Maybe we can get some information on the island. I agree. I think we should go speak to them.
Is this the only settlement area on the island, this port?
Nope. So there's this port city, and there is a smaller town section more inland.
Okay. I would say we should go talk to them.
Brilliant.
I don't disagree.
Whatever stops me from being a fish faster.
Okay. So are you going
Hobbling
ahead and
over.
knocking on the door?
Yeah.
All right. Who's spearheading this? Is it Witterall or?
I'm good with people. So, if you wouldn't
It's always
mind...
surprising, but he is.
I'm better with them once they're dead.
Great, so we do have a before, during, and after process for this situation. That's good that we pre-planned this. We're a good team.
Or I'm better at making them dead, I suppose.
You still scare me a little. I'm gonna knock on the door. You do the talking.
All right. So, Loon, you knock on the door. Witterall, you're standing ready, and you guys see what looks to be a darker-skinned human woman with one globular fish eye, a human right eye, the same oily skin. Her jaw is a little bit droopy. You can see that it's taking on more of the form of a fish's mouth. She opens the door. Hello.
Hark ye. We'll just... Our ship. We found ourselves on this island. We're wondering if you can tell us something about the goings-on, the places here. We're weary. We've been traveling. Our ship's just been attacked. Would you mind if we came in for an ale, for a brew?
Oh, look at this. We have new hatchlings. Please come inside.
Opens the door, starts pouring ale into glasses.
We're all
this wretched coughing. Pardon my tone. Please, come inside. We'd love to have you for a drink.
I
Does
appreciate
she,
it.
does
Yeah,
she
should
seem
be able to-
amused? Is she just whatever, another day here? Is she
Yeah, she seems. This
surprised?
is business as usual. She's a little shocked. She does kind of peek out the door, see the ship, and she's like, you can see she assesses the situation, but she's not giving you guys any sort of cross look or anything like that. So
And how about the two other people in here?
the goblin is dozed off with a mug of beer in hand, and then the elven woman, you see she's scrawling in a notebook, so not really paying attention to you.
Is it possible to see what she's scrawling?
If you're getting closer.
A little bit,
Yeah, all right. So you guys can move your tokens if you want to move in.
just casually.
She begins pouring ale into glasses for you guys. Well, I'm Persephone. I've lived in Balian for quite a while. It's we don't often get new guests, especially these days. Pleasure to meet you.
It's an honor, Persephone. My name is Witherell Carltooth. This is my traveling party. You mentioned something about hatchlings earlier. I hope you don't mind if I pry in a bit. Of course, this is all very new to us.
Right, well, I'm sure you've noticed we're not quite able to leave. The land here's kept us, turning us into something different. Now, we think it's penance for our ways, but could be the natural evolution of humanity. That's what he likes to think. You hear a goblin just drunk snoring, like completely out of it.
Now, don't mind, there's only 3 of you here. Crew's 60, 90. Have you had any... you're the only ones left.
You see the elven woman kind of tick up when you talk about crew. What did you just say? Crew. She quickly just kind of ticks and starts writing back in the notebook. If you're close, you can tell she's not. You're able to read. She keeps writing Tirgonius Vax over and over again, and then you do give me one investigation check, if you will.
14.
14. You get the first bit of a name, VESL.
VESL, and I would know that's like a name. Or
It's not written in any sort of common word that you know. So you can imagine with a phonetic spelling, it's some sort of name. Persephone. This all started about 6-7 months ago. The land started to shift first. Sea became algae. Trees became coral. And then we began to shift. Strange thing, though, it never affected the children.
Are there still children here?
No, before we started to change, we made sure they were all gone.
How? I thought you said no one could leave.
No one could leave by sea. We sent them deeper into the continent.
So they're still on the island.
themselves.
Yes, safer than with us, I'd imagine. You can hear throughout the while this conversation is happening, with the sound of the ocean kind of whipping and chopping, you start to hear this gurgling just roar. Outside, it's muffled, so you can imagine it's people in the other buildings. Persephone looks. Well, we didn't want that fate to meet them.
What was that?
Another hatchling. It's what happens to us all.
hasn't happened to you yet. You've been here a while.
Well, stronger wills and all that. I can see you four have been affected already.
Does it not affect deeper onto the island?
Well, there are keel boats on the other side of the island. We sent, well, my eldest daughter with the other kids. Should take a keel boat a day to get to mainland Tolesh, which is the continent you're on now. They should be able to get help, whether it be Solar Guard, Army, whatever you may have.
And you think they made it?
We've grown up on this island all our lives. I learned how to man a ship when I was 4.
But I thought you said the sea wouldn't let you leave.
It's a river, not a sea. But the kids lay unaffected. Us, as we adults tried to take that same river, we change very expeditiously.
Has the lighthouse been green this whole time?
That's what started it. And, the mayor has been in there the whole time.
Does
Yeah,
the
does it
mayor
come out?
run the lighthouse? Is he the one that mans it?
He is now.
What was
No one's
the
seen him
mayor?
since?
Sometimes we catch him looking out at the top toward the sea. We don't know why.
Was the mayor a sane man before all of this started happening? Did he have any afflictions?
Tirgonius Vax has always been a very good man. He helped us when we needed it, and when the deal with Drukamesh came, the exporting trade deals, we were all ecstatic. We threw a week-long party. And shortly after that deal got started and the exports started getting made, the tower grew green, and the land and its people began to shift. And he's been cowering in there ever since.
Persephone, I don't mean to pry, I don't. But what's with her reacting to the word crew the way she did?
I don't know her name. I know she came from Drukamesh on one of the export ships. She was the only one to survive it. Keeps on speaking the name Tirgonius Vax and Veslin. I'm not quite sure what the latter means. He doesn't even know her own name. And the illness is taking to her quite quickly. You can see her wrists and her neck are very bloated, almost as if they're just full of water. Her hands are very waterlogged. Only way we could tell is because of the symbol on her shoulder. She doesn't even know what it is.
What's the worst that becomes of all of these people?
You ever heard of Swaggin?
Have I ever heard of Swaggin?
Make a history check. All of you can if you like.
Ooh,
Could for a seafarer, could I have advantage on the roll?
Yes, for sure.
16.
Seen?
17, because
Nice.
I took proficiency in history last night.
2 16s. There you go.
16s. And Yev?
I got a 13.
13. So, with your guys' time on the sea, Witterel, you would know first. Swaggin are a race of creature that are aquatic in nature. Most of them are known to raid villages and take things for idols that they worship. Though not, that's not always the case. There are Swaggin that live normal, peaceful lives.
I just realized what you were saying. I didn't know that's how you say that word.
Yes.
I also clocked it quite late as well, yeah.
I always thought it was like Saguin or something.
I've
like-
always pronounced it, yeah, exactly the same.
No, swap.
I've run Saltmarsh stuff saying Saguin.
Thanks, Josh. So you know that there are these aquatic, almost like if a shark were a person. They're very, and if they're thralls of some other being, at least in this context, greater D&D context, be damned, they are thralls of a certain being. They are much more dangerous.
I would like to walk over to the elven lady.
Yeah.
Witherall like softly puts his hand on the table near him.
Is there any chance you can still understand me, love?
The eyes don't move to meet you. You see the hand in the pen begins to slow. She quickly turns a page. She starts writing. She does. You see she's not writing Tirgonius Vax or Veslin. She's writing yes.
I understand this is quite a horrifying situation we found ourselves in. I know that you might be terrified to think of the sea, but don't blame her. When you think of her, think of the sun rising over the horizon, the soft waves, the salt air. Don't think of the darkness that corrupts and dwells beneath her. I'll try what I can to get you out. Do you know of anything that I could do to help?
You can see as you're saying these words, her hand and the quill in it just start to shake. And as you look up, you see tears flowing down her face. You can see that her jaw is shaking as if she's just trying to speak. And she just writes in all caps, "The Lighthouse. Tirgonius Vax there. Stop him."
I'll do my best.
And she just slams the notebook shut.
Right, lads. We got ourselves a mission. We got ourselves a crew. We're gonna go to the lighthouse. We're gonna take out whatever's in there. I want your best foot forward. I want your sea legs on, alright?
Let's
I
get
think
this
it-
done before we lose our own minds.
I think it'd be hard to take our sea legs off at this point.
Aye, that's the spirit, lad.
I don't want any sea legs. Let's go. Let's go.
I like my air legs. I agree. Let's go.
Land legs. Only land legs for me.
Air.
All right. So, as you guys begin to make your journey to the lighthouse, I need you all. You begin to see this swirling wind begin to pick up as you hit the woods. It doesn't smell like, a crisp summer breeze. All you can smell is seawater and fish guts. It's this wretched, disgusting wind that sweeps under your nose. You look and see the coral breaking off of the tree, loud thuds and slams hitting the earth as these large, natural forms in the place they shouldn't be slam back into the earth. I need you all to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, no.
Plus 3, so 23.
It's no good. It's an 11.
11.
I did not
23.
fare too well.
13.
Dang. All right. So,
D&D Beyond hates me.
Loon and Nimbus save. Yev and Witterroll unfortunately do not. So you are going to be affected by the necrotic tempest. This storm that is whipping up around you. So you guys are going to take 11, 13, 14 necrotic damage as this wind sweeps And you see Nimbus and Loon are fairly unaffected as they walk through it, but you guys, it hits you as if it's a physical force. Go ahead, Kate.
Evasion?
Oh yeah, you can do that and take nothing. Half the damage would be.
Oh wait,
13
sorry. It was a
will
con
say
save,
6.
right? Not a dex
It
save.
was correct.
What's half?
So never
Half
mind.
would be, we'll say, 6. But yeah, 13 necrotic damage for everybody else who did not save. As you're walking, you begin to hear, well, actually, just Witterol and Yev. You hear this grainy voice hit your minds.
Let Balayan sink into the water. Let my vengeance be known across all seas.
And that is what you two hear.
Is anybody else hearing freaky voices in their heads, or is it just me?
Loon Nimbus, you don't hear a damn thing.
I don't hear anything.
For once, I don't.
What's it saying?
Wants to sink this whole place. I don't know if it was us with it,
Right.
but that
Something is going to try and drag us into the ocean. More so than it already has.
We best get to the lighthouse, shouldn't we?
Aye. Seems like the sea has brought us here at the perfect time. The perfect time to save her.
Let's
He's headed
book
there.
it to the lighthouse now.
All right. So you guys, after about 20 minutes to half an hour of walking through, you guys managed to get to the lighthouse. Now, what pecking order do we have here? Who is walking in first? Who's doing what?
Loon's going close to the front, if not first, unless
Okay.
someone else claims it.
It's probably 2-2, right? With Nimbus and Wit at the back, being Rogie and
So
Body.
it is only it's a single file line
Single
with the
file.
space.
I'll
Yep.
take the back.
Aye.
I mean,
I'll go
big,
just in front of you then.
I don't mind. I'll take up the front because if anything hits me, it's okay.
All right. So as you guys walk in, the lighthouse is yours to explore.
Oh.
You walk in, you smell this vast collection of salt air, the wind kind of muffled. But as you breach the precipice of the lighthouse, this almost burst of like concussive energy. You don't take any damage, it's not anything, but as you enter, it's just kind of this. As you look outside, you see this green just ripple, push through the air, part the clouds for a second, and then they reform.
Oh, yeah.
So, like I said, the lighthouse is yours to explore.
Is this like a hallway with barrels? Is that what those?
Oh, these right here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are
look up and-
pillars to the ceiling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we go in. There's just pillar, hallway. We can go left or right. Let's go left.
Aye.
Okay,
If that's
walk-
fine with everyone else.
Walk it into the left.
Walking into the left. So, as you walk in here, Loon, you see 3 humanoid bodies sprawled across dead. You see what looks to be a Goliath man, a Leonin,
Excuse
bless
me.
you,
Bless you.
and then a human woman.
Do they have fish features as well?
They do.
Woo!
Bless
Uh,
you.
I'd like to go inspect them, see if I can tell how long they've been dead, and if
Okay.
nothing else, just like make sure their eyes are closed and send up a little prayer for their passing.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Okay. 15.
15. They have not been dead very long. It looks like they've been here maybe for 2-3 days.
These are only a couple days old.
And there are no injuries.
and I can't tell any reason for their death.
Do they have anything on their bodies?
Like trinkets?
Can I loot the bodies?
Yeah,
To
go ahead
sound
and
like
give
a
me.
stereotypical rogue.
Go ahead and give me an
Take
investigation check.
Ooh, that is a 14.
You pull through. You don't find any gold or anything like that. You see the Leonin has an emblem on his armor.
Mhm.
You can pull off. It is a symbol of Pelor, the Morning Lord.
I'll take
you
it.
see that the Goliath has just a set of dingy daggers that are rusted and broken. And then the human, there is the bottom half of a broken staff.
I'll take the symbol of Palor.
Okay. But yeah, nothing else of note here.
Yeah, that goes in a pocket on my left.
Okay.
Left pocket on my right.
Anything in these rooms?
As you look, go ahead and give me an investigation check on the barrels, if you would like to.
10.
You can tell that this is just booze. This is like a city supply that is just sitting there. It's nothing more than that.
If we make it out of here alive, we can take some of this with us.
Die, la. Die, that's the right attitude. That'll be our prize.
Has my ball done anything? Like when the green light went off, did it vibrate like it did on the ship, or?
It did.
Oh, okay.
Is my lantern reacting at all?
You can feel a consistent humming coming from the lantern. But no words, no display like there was on the ship quite yet.
No releasing itself without my command anymore.
Nope.
Okay.
Can I want to take my ball and hold it up and kind of like metal detector it and see if it does anything different in wherever I'm in this room.
Okay. As you take this ball that you received in Ever's watch almost a year ago, you stick it up. Over to the left, nothing. You move it to the right, and as you do,
Oh my god.
so I'll ping it over here. It begins to. It's vibrating the most toward this direction.
There's a staircase that way.
I don't think...
There might be a staircase that way if we look around the rest of the building.
No, I'm saying that's interesting. So I guess we can go investigate the rest of the building, or we can just go straight to where the ping is.
The level. If it's against that wall, I'll have Yev like keep it on that wall and walk to the right of this room back out and
Okay.
see if it gets less or more.
Okay. If you want to go out this way.
Yeah, and just see.
Okay. So as you walk further away from this direction, the humming does lessen quite a bit. It's still there, but it is lessened.
Well, if there's nothing in those barrels that looks anything magical, then maybe this way there's something. It gets less spooky magic this way, but then more spooky magic that way.
Oh, and the spooky magic, remind me. The spooky magic it reacts to magical properties, does it?
I have no idea what this ball does. I just thought it was cool, and now I just take it with me.
I can't remember what it did in Ever's Arena.
It
We put
did
it
nothing.
in a thing and it... No, because it was electrified, summon.
It was making us move slowly, and then when we took it out, we stopped
Right,
moving slowly.
Okay. So I
But
can
then it
imagine that it
didn't do
has
anything
some
after.
magical properties. Right. Okay.
A lot of times I've found that just taking things and through trial and error discovering their use pays off. Sometimes you don't really necessarily know the purpose of an item, but it still works out in your benefit.
Aye.
What's the light? Is there any light in this?
There's
building?
a dim green light that is filling the space around you.
And nothing else down in this bottom room at all?
No, just boxes. It seems to be supplies. Nothing that would be useful to your group.
Well, it's
The
this.
darkness of the... You know, there's a group of sea urchins that don't quite like the darkness of the sea, so they took it upon themselves to light up and brighten the beauty of the bottom so all the world can see it.
Cast dancing lights as
Okay.
they tell this tale, just to lighten up the area around them.
All right, you see little globules of light come from Witterell's hands as he lights up the area. You guys are not obscured by any darkness or anything like that.
Oh wait, Nimbus will also use their lantern because I forget that the lantern is actually also.
It's actually a lantern.
Oh, is that?
Yeah. So they'll bring the lantern up close to their face and just stare intently
You put
for
it
a
up close to
second.
your face.
Staring at the moving swirls and then whisper something and then, yeah.
As you put your face
Telling the
close to
spirit
it,
inside to shed light, please.
you
Requesting
see
the spirit.
Okay. You see a male form push forward. Sharp half-orc features. You see two smaller tusks. Light. The face pushes back and the lantern emits a bright purple light.
Thank you, friend.
You're welcome.
All
Have
right.
we seen this before?
You would have seen this before. Yeah.
Okay.
You're like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah, you have.
I imagine on one of their adventures, Nimbus just came back to the boat with this lantern. No explanation.
Yeah, right. Just like, what the fuck? All right, so you guys are making your way to the staircase?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just taking a glance through all the rooms that we go to.
Okay, so just give me a general investigation check.
Can I specify what I'm looking for to like lower
yeah.
I'm specifically looking for journals, journal entries, things of that nature of people telling the stories of what happened here.
Okay. Yep, so go ahead. That will differentiate your DC from everybody else's.
19.
I'm looking for anything. I would say anything out of place, but that's pretty
Okay.
much what everyone's looking for. But like
Alright.
Chinese.
Yev's like,
objects.
I'm not trying.
I got a 3.
God, come on, Yev, no!
I don't know what it's. Maybe I'll just roll real dice.
Mate, you know.
Dirty 20. I
So,
rolled dirty. It's okay. Yeah, I rolled dirty 20.
I got a natural
Nimbus,
20.
Loon, more supplies, nothing of note here. Witterell. Over here. If you can see my ping,
Yes.
right before the stairs, you notice a small piece of lightly charred paper. Looked like somebody attempted to burn this. It was not completely burnt. Do you pick it up?
Aye.
You grab it. It is written in
Lads, I
common.
got something over here.
What'd you find?
It is written in common. Some of the message is burned and obscured. You read atop, "My dearest Voslin," or Veslin. "My choices have wrought so much death and destruction. All due to myself." That's where it cuts off.
Someone.
And with a nat 20, you can see toward the bottom, it is burned, but the wax seal is still there of Tirgonius Vax, the Balian mare.
Veslin was perhaps his lover.
Perhaps. The mayor toyed with magics. The sea tried to trick it. The sea has taken back her vengeance. It seems.
The fact that this all happened around the time of the trade deal concerns me. I think the two are connected, though I can't see how yet.
As you get closer to the staircase, the orb is just it's throwing a dubstep party in your pocket, essentially. Mm-hmm.
With the dancing lights going around.
It's honestly fuck the adventure. This is just sick as
Place
shit.
is lit as fuck.
Yeah.
The soul in my lantern is like.
Yeah.
Withdrawal pulls out the loot and just starts.
Yeah.
The soul in your lantern is essentially like, oh, this song rips. Okay, hell yeah. Yeah.
Let's party.
Exactly. Anyway. But yes, you can sense for what you have. You're going in the correct direction of something.
Well, Crazy Fun Wall says this is the place. So we go up the stairs.
Aye.
So there's stairs up or down.
I'm gonna put the ball on the ground.
Like a metal detector.
I kind of like hunch over it to like keep it from looking up.
As you attempt to do this, go ahead and give me a wisdom save.
Dick.
Oh, yeah, as that roll's going on, could I read the piece of paper and just grab those names again?
Yep.
12.
So you see that is Veslin, Veslynn, and Tyrgonius Vax, which let me double check how the fuck I spelled that. Tyrgonious, surname Vax, Vax.
I don't mean to jump the gun or tell tales that have yet to be spun, but I believe that the elven lady that we met she couldn't remember her name. I believe that with her obsession with riding Veslin, that might be her true name. Maybe the reason why she was taken so quickly is that the guilt got to her.
Oh. You're so
But again, this
smart.
tale is yet to be spun. I don't mean to.
So what you're saying is, if we don't feel guilt, we'll be okay.
That's fine. Easy. Why am I a fish at all? I have zero
gang, I love the energy, but that's under no circumstances what I'm saying here.
I think
saying.
it comes for all of us eventually. Much like death, it can't be avoided unless we stop this.
I like that we both have death and sea metaphors that we keep jumping out. It's very good for us. It's a nice dynamic that we have going on.
What did you roll
At
on
one
your
point, I
wisdom
just want a
save?
monologue battle between Wit and
Wow.
Nimbus.
12?
Yep.
As you aim the orb to the floor,
Knowledge battle.
there's nothing. As you begin to lift it up, you feel it begin to vibrate and shake until it shatters,
Oh!
completely crumbling into dust as you raise it up to the ceiling.
I
Was my
think we go
wisdom
that
save
way.
for that all, or am I waiting for something to happen to me?
That was it.
Oh my god, the wall shatters. It's like, no! I would like to rage.
Okay. Yev is now in a
Full-blown
rage.
rage.
All right.
Are we going up then?
Aye.
All right. You guys
When
heading
you
up?
attack a ship, when you jump aboard it, like, yes, the most important thing to do is to kill the captain. But if you go for the captain whilst there's still men underboard, you'll get jumped. I believe that going down is actually the course of action that we should be taking.
That sounds wise.
We don't want the sea rushing up to meet us.
Let's go.
You guys are going down?
Let's go down. Oh, why'd you say it like that? Why'd you say it
Yeah,
like
I didn't
that?
say
Like, I
anything.
don't like the tone of the
I
DM's
didn't
voice.
say-
He changed
It
the roll 20 to
shattered
going up.
I changed the map to go up, and I was like,
Oh.
When I put
All
it
right.
up, it shattered, right?
so you guys. as
Yeah, when you put it up,
descend
it shattered.
down the stairs, you come into the half-submerged basement of the lighthouse. Give me a perception check.
$19.
19.
Oh, wait, this is good. This is very
I found
good.
out through the modifier that actually I haven't been rolling well
Because
today.
of your
I've just been rolling
expertise?
things that I have plus 10 in. which makes the rolls look good, but actually I'm rolling dog shite.
That would be a 24
Okay.
for me. Yeah.
And 24, Yev?
5.
25.
Buddy, no!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Are you using physical dice or using digital?
I'm
You need
using
real
the
dice.
D&D Beyond.
Use
them
real dice.
physical, dude.
Cruelness.
Oh, man. All right. You
Okay,
guys
okay.
hear flowing water. There's a comforting yet eerie silence as you walk in here, but you can hear what sounds like little schools of fish making their way, flipping their tails, but you do hear these kind of human-like groans coming from the far end of the basement.
I'm just in the back, like, over the ball.
Angie boy.
Anki.
What do you guys want to do?
Wit goes into their pack and pulls out a small box that they pull open, and a folding boat slowly unfolds itself.
God
and
bless.
they put it, and it fits this amount of people.
Now I know that we can all swim a little, but I feel like we might feel a little safer if we had what we're used to being on.
There's the boat.
It's
Don't
like
mind.
it's like 2 feet of water.
Wow.
It's not a lot of water, but you know what? Here we are. There's your boat.
You know what? No, it's all right. I'll roll it back up again. It's just like a tent. Don't worry. I'm rolling it back up. I understand. I was just way too eager to use the folding boat. I've never used it before. I've been carrying this boat around for 53 years, and I ain't never had the chance to use it. It's all right. Don't worry. What I
understand
will
that's
do is
like
I
my
will
friend.
put on the cloak of the manta ray, so I can now I've got a. It's all right. I'll put this on.
I do love that. Okay, so you guys want to?
I'll start leading the way down into the water.
Yeah, it's all right, my friend. I've had this feather on me
All
since
right.
I was just a small child. Still have yet to figure out what it does. At this point, I'm starting to think it's just a feather, but
As you,
Oh, wouldn't that be a shame?
as
More
you
of a
descend-
metaphor than a magical thing.
As you descend down Loon, you see a swarm of quippers come up to you.
Quippers?
I think that's what they're fucking called. Don't at me.
I don't know fish. She like freaks me out. I can't go to aquariums.
Q-U-I-P-P-E-R-S, quippers. That's what I'm saying.
Quippers fish?
All right, and they're going to kippers. Shit.
Oh!
You
Shit.
did not mean you did not mean kippers and said quippers. Oh my god, my adoration for you has jumped so high just then. That's so funny.
I don't like the
I
look
don't
of those
language
fish.
good. I don't language good. All right.
Oh my
Anyway,
god.
not important. This fucking swarm of mean old fishy fish come at your ass because you came down there loud and ready to go.
Yeah, come at me, fish!
Okay, I'll fight
They're
all the
going
fish.
to make a frenzied
Fish
attack on
sticks.
you
Oh God.
and get a natural 20.
No!
So you are going to
They're
take.
just fish. How tough could they be?
You're going to take 21 piercing damage as this swarm of fish
Apparently a lot.
begin to bite through your legs and just rip flesh out and begin to eat
Makes
it.
sense. I don't have armor down on my legs.
Yarp.
Do you look like are you one of those Dorito men where you have like you're super like you have all this armor and stuff, so you're super built up here on your chest and shoulders, and then it's just nothing on your legs, so you got little chicken legs.
No, it's all mithril, so it's just like neatly hidden underneath my clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Perfection.
Okay.
And I need you guys to roll for initiative.
Okay.
Oh, the fucking folding boat doesn't sound like a bad idea now, does it?
Sure doesn't. I was almost like, oh man, okay, that's a good way to subvert that. And then he's like, I'm walking in.
I'm so
Hey, I'm
sorry.
walking in.
Shamed you into rolling your boat back up.
It's
All
all
right.
right, I'll do it. I've been meaning for a chance
The
to...
boat would have come in handy right now.
It would-
Yeah, I still got it. I still got the boat, don't you worry.
Yeah,
All
Are we
right.
doing initiative?
Just
Initiative,
pop it
yeah.
in.
Y'all gonna fuck around and find out.
Oh, this wig is itchy.
14.
14.
Oh, how about
My-
a new feature of Cosplayground? We all just get out of cosplay halfway through, and like the late night at a convention
I-
where everyone's just kind of
Oh,
out halfway out of
God.
cosplay and
I
just
literally-
tired.
I have to put the eye patch up because I cannot read
No, you're good.
with this eye.
All right. Who else got what?
I got a 20.
I also
Oh,
got
20?
20, but we can imagine you have. I imagine you have higher dex than me, right?
So
I don't know.
Nimbus.
I'm a rogue. But, like, I don't know. Maybe you're super dexterous, Bart.
Wit. Okay. Yev, what'd you get, pal?
12.
12. Okay. All right. So
Still not
top
great.
top of the
This is
order
the highest I've rolled.
is Nimbus and Wit. So Nimbus, you'll go first. You do have the higher dex score.
I'm gonna shoot the fish, a fish.
It's a swarm of fish, but yeah, they got.
I'll
one
shoot
for
at the swarm.
Hit them fish, boy.
That is a 24 to hit.
24 misses, actually. I'm kidding.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh my god!
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Sorry, that was me. I'm kidding. That hits.
You just concerned me.
Don't make fun of my fish. Kidding. No, that hits very much so.
Okay. D8. That guy.
Yep.
That is 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And I'll hit it again.
I mean, they're right next to me, so you should get sneak
You
attack.
do get sneak attack.
I do
They
get
are
sneak attack.
within 5 feet of the.
I forgot
the
sneak
swarm of
attack is a
fishies.
thing. Oh my god, let me pull up on my.
You're making fun of someone else for playing a rogue, Rog.
I'm so used to playing swashbucklers, but I would have gotten sneak attack anyway. Never mind. I don't know.
Rogue.
I only have 4 d6s. Where are all my d6s? I took a bunch. Wait, 5. Wait, okay, I'll roll these and then I'll roll one again. Okay,
This
so
chaos here is exactly why I wanted to play with you guys again. I
Yeah,
love this
yeah,
shit.
yeah. I'm never prepared for anything. It's fine, right? It's 66. Yes. Okay. So someone do math for me, please.
Uh-huh.
5, 6. So that's 11. Plus 6 is 17.
17.
Plus 1 is 18. Plus 4 is 22. And I got to roll again. So that was only 5. Plus another 1. That one just rolled me 2 1s. It is banished from the kingdom of my d6s. So 23 piercing damage.
Okay, yeah, so those fish are now sushi. They are obliterated.
Thank you.
And next
You're
up
welcome.
is Wit. You would be able to see this form of kippers turning and turning their attention toward your group.
No, you're the DM. This is they're officially. There's no such thing as a kipper in this universe. It's all quippers.
Quippers.
Oh,
God
wait.
damn
For my
it.
movement.
Yeah,
Wait. For my movement, can I walk on the wall so that I'm not in the water?
you can. You can
I
indeed.
just go bloop, bloop, bloop.
Oh hell yeah! Nice.
So are you just like coming up here or something like that?
Wait, why can't I move up? I was trying to move the wrong one. I want to stand like on that wall. Or that wall? No, there's a wall right there. So I'll like.
Got it. You're perched up like, but just give me an athletics check.
Okay.
Get
Because
up
I
on
mean,
that
I have.
wall.
I
Oh,
have
you
my
have the boots. Yeah,
slippers.
no, you're fine.
I have my
You're fine.
slippers.
I'm an
Of
idiot.
spider
so
climbing.
You're good. All right, Wit. Is that the end of your turn then, Nimbus?
Yeah.
Sick. Wit, you're up, bud.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whilst being here, putting the boat in, us talking about what we're going to do next, did I see the quippers as before your man stepped in?
You would not have, but in the last couple seconds, with Yaman's legs being chewed off, you see him now.
Okay,
And
my
these
pirate
guys, would be within your line of sight.
Okay.
So.
All right.
I don't think they like us stepping in the water, boys.
I don't know any characters' pronouns. I just use boys, which is so rude. What are all characters' pronouns?
Nimbus their pronouns are they them, but boys is
Okay, I
fine
see.
as a general term of endearment.
No. Okay. I'll use me hearties for everyone.
Me hearties. I think that they don't like us stepping in their waters.
That's general piece of information. That's the first thing that he yells.
Got it.
The second thing that he yells is
You damn fish. I think that what you're doing is come in here and you're gonna eat. Your fish, guppies, going up against the Kraken. And there's tales of the Kraken. Storms that have rung out as it screams. Your people whole. Oh, you never come against the Kraken.
And then gonna cast Shatter. Casting Shatter as...
What was that?
Let's go spicy in 3rd level.
Was that a con save?
For the billion fish? Yeah, let's go.
Well, thankfully, it's just 1 stat block.
I thought you were gonna cast Vicious Mockery on the fish.
So
That would
Shatter.
have been way funnier, and I'm gutted that it didn't. That's a 16 they need to beat.
It was a 19 minus 1, so 18.
Oh, you damn bastard.
So these are some hardy little
that's
fishies.
fine.
So
They
unfortunately,
still
the
take-
fishes aren't going to be gutted. It's just you.
You're right.
Yeah, they take half still, which is
Yep.
How many hit points do these fish have?
3d8.
I don't know. You wrecked a swarm with like 30.
Yeah. I got 16, so we're going to see if you annihilated them or... 'cause I
16
did
is
exactly
halved,
half.
or
16 is halved. My apologies, it is halved.
okay, good deal. They are still up.
So, thunder damage. If that matters, since they are things in the water.
Oh, we're gonna roll cool it. Sure. Let me do another con save, which is per my imaginary DC that I just made up right now, a failure.
Love
And they will take half of that damage. We'll say little extra effect. They take that thunder damage. So
Beautiful.
we'll say they take another 8. They're
So they
still
take
up.
full 16. They're still up. Right.
Get out your water, lad!
He yells. That's him. That's him done.
All right. Next up is the Quippers. Okay. I hate these. I hate myself. All right. So these guys are going to use their swim speed to get right back up to Loon. And they're going to make now a Blood Frenzied. I believe that's, Blood Frenzy. Advantage on melee attack rolls on creature that doesn't have all of its hit points. So they're going to go for you with advantage. Okay, so that is a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
Alrighty, so then you are going to take 14 piercing damage. Or actually, you're going to take 7. My apologies.
Okay.
Okay.
And,
How's Loon looking?
Fine.
All right. Okay.
Like hurt, but like fine.
Right.
And now the other group of Quippers are going to move forward.
The other group.
All right, and next up is Loon.
We're about to do something done, boys. Dumb boys. I am going to cast a booming blade on my warm hammer and slam down into these fish.
Go
Bruh, that is
ahead.
so sick. No, I
Go
love it.
ahead and make the attack roll. I like how Yev just ran up. What the fuck is... Nope, fuck this, actually. I'm done. Hi!
I'm trying to figure out where everybody is.
No, you're good.
13 to hit.
13 meets it, beats it on these tiny little
Oh,
fishies.
incredible.
I rolled a 3.
Oh, so a 24 doesn't hit, but a 13 does.
I said I was
Understood.
kidding.
Okay. So these fish take 6 points of thunder damage.
Obliterated. Also sushi now. All right, and you got this other swarm about 10 feet away from you.
As those things die, gonna take a couple steps up out of the water.
Okay.
And just that's it.
Got it. All right, and next up, Yev.
Alright, who's in the water? Because who do I
Nobody at this point now.
Okay. I guess
There's some
like
quippers.
God
Quippers are in the water, yeah.
damn it.
well, are
I
we
still don't
killing
even know what these things
Are we just getting away from them? Are we disengaged?
No,
Like,
I do still want to look down here. I just wanted to see if they disperse, become unaggressive since we got out of the water, because it might like lend importance later that if it like touching the sea makes things aggressive.
Okay, so can I guess are they still trying to get us even though we're out of the water, or now
You
that
can
they've been
tell-
hit, are they?
You can tell that since Loon has gotten back up on the steps out of the water, they're still looking like they're making their way towards you.
Okay, I'm just gonna smash them.
I'm gonna smash them.
I'll smash them.
Okay.
Make some fish sticks. Okay.
You would be able to get to them.
I'm just gonna. Yeva's gonna like walk up to like the end of the stairs, like right where the water meets.
Yep.
And where are they at? Are they down here? Is that
They're
where
right
they-
here.
Oh, I see them. Okay, I can. I'll just go in the water. I'm right up to them, and I will just
Oh my
take
lord.
my great axe. And now that I'm so angry that my ball is smashed,
You are
just
still raging.
full blown, just like whoa, whoa, like into the water.
Okay. Go ahead and make the attack roll.
Y'all. Oh, 7. Oh, that doesn't make it.
How?
You're so angry, you slam into the water. You see a couple fish just like pop up, but you don't seem to connect with any of them.
He's just like, I'm doing it. I'm killing all of them.
All right. Do you have another attack, or is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I get 2 attacks.
Okay.
Again.
Go for it.
Please, D&D Beyond.
Honestly, I would even, if you don't have physical dice, I'd even resort just to like Googling D20 roller.
No!
Did you get a nat 1?
On the first one, I think. Yeah.
Oh, what'd you get on this one?
2 plus 6 is 8.
That doesn't. You're still completely enraged.
I'm gonna Google a new
Yeah.
dice roller.
Yeah.
You should have one more attack.
Yeah, I'm still raging, and I guess
Oh.
that's plus. I think. Oh no, it's damage is plus 3.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me just do this one more time.
Oh, buddy.
22.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one.
Hey.
Yes.
Incredible.
About to mess up some fish. All right.
Let's fuck up
these.
these
Let's
fish.
fuck up these fish. Or kind of 13. Well, 12
13.
plus 3 more. So,
So 15.
15.
15 damage. They are still up. All right, and that is the end of your turn.
That would be the end. Yeah.
All right, Nimbus. You're up.
So I would like to, okay, so let's see, how many feats is, all right,
People
so I'm just
normally
gonna,
have 2 feats. 2 of them.
yeah, I'm just gonna go here now, I'm on that wall.
Got it.
Bang, 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 bang!
So make that attack. You would get sneak attack since you have his right there.
25.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
They cast
Okay.
counter spell.
Oh, amazing, I love it. I love
Amazing.
that for you. Okay, so, that is only 9 points of damage from my crossbow, but that doesn't matter.
Sneak
Because here's
attack.
my sneak attack. 4 plus 5 is 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 3 is 15. Reroll those 2. Ooh, and that's only 17, 18.
Just an
All
absolute
right.
powerhouse.
Completely, Nimbus throws their dagger, or you're using a crossbow, you said?
Crossbow.
You shoot a few times, lining the rest of the fish up on the cement wall.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
Nice.
are out of
I was
combat.
gonna say, there's no more fishies.
There are no more fishies.
Oh, okay.
The fishies.
There's those suspicious things in those corners over there. I'm gonna not see that.
Oh, yes, everything is fine. So you guys are out of combat.
Loon, come here. Let me have a look at you.
Yeah.
You did well. You fought well. Fought like the great captains that I know that I know that you're like, that you remind me of so much. So proud of you.
Means
I
so
don't know how
much.
this got so emotional. So proud of you. I've
A
never
single
seen
tear.
a better sailor.
Someone's eye.
Ignoring that completely emotional moment, Nimbus is just going to continue walking on the walls and around, not touching the water.
I am going to cast Cure Wounds on you. There you go.
Okay, cast Cure Wounds. Yeah, you can. With the sound of the water, that's a little more kicked up now that the fish are swimming and you guys have been in it. You can hear that alongside the in the far corner of the space that you're in.
Wait, where was the sound coming from again? Can you ping that?
From a very auspicious direction that. You
Yeah,
know.
just that general direction. So Nimbus is going to try to make their way there.
Can
Okay.
I, whoa. Now, I know we dismissed the boat as a man's folly.
No, I'm on board with
Maybe
the boat.
Now, when maybe we could travel around just in case there's any more quippers around.
I mean,
Also,
if
I'm
you
just gonna throw it out there. I googled it. Google pronounces it as Quipper too. So
Oh,
just throwing that out there.
Okay.
if you all want to take the boat, I'm fine.
Honestly,
I'm fine.
honestly, Commune's powers is amazing. They've changed the face of Quippers forever.
I've influenced technology.
we should just
Wait.
like whippers, like.
Wait, what's
whippers.
the? I don't understand what the difference is between what y'all are saying and what it's supposed to be.
Kippers. It's kippers with like a
Kippers?
hard K. Quippers.
That sounds
is
like
what we're
it
saying
should
with
be a
QU.
child's. Is Kipper like the name of a
Kipper the
child's
dog?
animal?
Yes, Kipper the dog is
There we
a
go.
storybook. Yeah.
There we go.
So are
Which
we
is
summoning
how-
the boat?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I just in case there's other fish and that.
I do want to check. I know that it's like low, but is it reasonable that we can fit a fucking elephant onto this boat and it not scrape along the ground?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a magical boat.
Magical
I-
He
boat.
just stands in the back and pushes it so nobody has to row.
I'm fine continuing horizontally if you all want to take the
Oh,
boat.
I forgot you could do that.
I
I
mean,
just
I-
want to.
I'm
as long as
standing
no
right
one's
here.
touching the water, as we're.
Okay.
I know.
I'm
My
standing
eye.
right here.
My eye is not good.
You're completely horizontal, like. All right.
I
So
don't
you-
want anyone touching the water. That's the only thing.
You guys are in the boat.
I
All
love
right.
this boat.
This is the best boat I've ever designed, honestly. Gods be damned.
That's amazing.
All right. So you guys are moving.
Wait, what boat?
You healed 15.
You can't
Luna.
see that
The
we're in a
red
boat.
box?
Thank you.
You got it. Cool. Okay, cool.
My magnum opus.
Oh.
Can you
Yeah.
not tell that we're all in a boat now?
So
Listen, I'm on the wall.
Leaf world.
you will say that you guys do move here. Oh, how the fuck?
Ooh.
Ooh,
Don't mind
okay.
me.
You
Okay.
turn the boat.
Doop 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 doop.
Aye, we can turn the boat, right? Is that just where the
Nope.
spring-
We can now.
You can only go
Yeah.
forward and backwards.
You guys are Tokyo drifting a bit, but you know it's on par with every other adventure you'd have. But you can hear that just kind of guttural groaning louder and louder through this hallway.
Hello out there. Can you understand us?
Fuck, alright.
Oh, were we not going for a subtle?
No one told me.
I also thought we were.
Okay. In that case, Nimbus is gonna hang back and creep in shadows. Tell the lantern to stop making light.
Okay,
Aye,
the
nice.
lantern will turn off.
Good.
You guys come. Jesus, this is incredible.
It's like light speed.
All right, so you guys.
Ludicrous speed.
Oh God. Okay, well we'll say great. Everybody gets there. Fuck this boat.
Now is this
Is-
It's a
Okay.
little hallway.
is there like a small Pirates of the Caribbean at Disney World esque down to this zone
You
because there's
went
stairs.
downstairs. Yep.
Okay.
Went down a
So
little.
it's not like the
wee-
water's purely level. There's like a little.
Correct. You feel the little, and you can see because the water's not extremely deep. You can see opposite you are stairs going up.
Oh.
Is there also water coming down from that little zone? Okay.
Yarp. But you can see the water is very like maybe ankle deep up there. It's not very deep.
Are there any other fish in this water that I've spotted?
Nope.
There's plenty of fish in the sea.
Oi! There's plenty of fish in the sea.
You just hear that from like a shadow.
In this
I love the
particular area, no, there are no more.
There's no fish in the sea.
Nope.
Well, then I would like to keep paddling up to this next entrance.
Okay, so you guys get here. God damn you!
I love this boat.
This boat is going to
Oh,
be.
it's good,
You guys can see a blue humanoid form chained to a wall, and as it looks at you, it just points its hands up towards you, almost in a mournful way. It looks bestial and monstrous, but it has this air of sadness over its eyes.
Wit just
Monsters
gets
in the same way that the town folk are, or
Similar.
Wit just gets off the boat, just like into the water, and then swims to the stairs.
Yep.
You said it's what, like a couple inches of
Yeah,
water?
it's like at your ankles. You can stand
Okay.
here perfectly fine.
what's a goblin? So maybe waist.
Probably
How
between.
small do you think I am?
I don't know. I have no concept of
Maybe like
size.
humans,
Feet
but to the
are
goblin,
about the same for most people, as far as height goes.
So yeah, you guys are able to walk through, and you see these. They're chained by the neck, the wrists, and the ankles to the wall.
And there's two of them.
There are two of them.
Can you understand me?
You see the head just kind of cock as it leans forward, eyes intently looking at you, Wit.
Okay, now this is different to understanding. Do I get the impression that they can understand me, or do I get the impression that they are clocking that I'm speaking to them?
Give me an insight check.
Fuck. Oh, 8. Rubbish.
Go ahead.
As the Nimbus is like kind of watching from the shadows, do they look emancipated?
Emaciated? Yes.
Thank you.
Very much.
Emancipated. Did you look emancipated? Emaciated.
Very much so. Yeah. Very gaunt. The what you imagine should be like a slick, oily skin is very taut, leather-like.
And one of them is still alive, or both?
They're both still alive. The one directly in front of you is the one that is intently looking at Witterol, and the one in the corner is just sullen kind of head looking to the ground, not paying any mind.
I think we go inspect the one on the right.
Okay.
Um,
As you get closer, it does kind of look up. A similar head tilting motion. You see the eyebrows, or where the eyebrows would be. There's no hair on this creature. Just kind of crunches towards you. It just looks.
Does it, as I'm like close to it, does it look like this could be a progression of this affliction that I've seen in the town?
Give me a medicine or arcana check. Your choice.
Would you mind if I gave a hand with that? Is that
You
okay?
sure can indeed. Yeah, so you can roll either one of those with advantage. If that was your intent, Grail.
Yeah. No, perfect.
Got it. Cool.
It was the same roll for both. 19.
19.
Incredible.
You can tell that there are human-esque or humanoid attributes hidden under the physical form that is manifesting in front of you. This isn't exactly what had happened to the people of the town. It is very similar. And the individual on the wall sees you inspecting and just kind of begins to stand. You can see the features are very slender, gaunt. The arms, the tips of the fingers are touching the water as it just kind of walks, almost, tilting like a piece of seaweed in the water, just kind of has a crooked grin. And the long hand just...
I raised my hand to mirror it.
As you look in the other hand, you see a straw doll.
I don't think these were always what they appear to be in front of us.
Aye.
And you see there's a source of recognition from the one on the other wall over to the creature on the right. And tears begin to flow as it begins gnashing forward, chains rattling, this sort of...
Hey. Would
guttural...
you mind if I approached?
Creature looks to you and just stares, not uttering any noise, but it does not seem intent on
Dangerous.
hurting you. Correct.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for what happened to you. I imagine that you're hungry. Would you mind if...
Whip puts like their hand in their pouch and pulls out a ration to go to. Like
the jaw quickly snaps, grabs it, and it eats it whole.
The sea can be a cruel beast, but no one deserves this fate.
This isn't natural.
Maybe if we solve what's afflicting us, it will heal them as well.
Perhaps.
Hopefully. If not, perhaps we should just put them out of their misery.
Not yet.
No. There's many communities of the sea that live more than happy lives, but anything in chains is a sad sight, especially with the beauty that's out there. I just trying to remember a story.
I would like to cast Legend Lore now. I know I did it before, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But I did it before specifically on the coral and the ground and all that things.
Yeah.
This specific affliction. I would like to cast Legend Lore on this specific affliction.
Okay. Give me, along with casting of the spell, give me an Arcana check. If you would be...
I can't give myself Bardic Inspiration, which is ripperoonie for me.
I'll touch you and cast Guidance.
Okay.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Incredible.
So plus a D4.
Yeah. Okay, so that's... Ooh! That's 17 plus the spell Legend Lore. That bless was the clutches. That was so good.
As you look forward toward this creature, across their body you can see what you, at first glance, imagine are sigils of some sort, some sort of arcane tattoo or something along the lines of that. But as you look forward, there are alchemical pieces of parchment. This, if you were to guess, this is some alchemical scientific version of lycanthropy forced onto somebody by someone very, very rudimentary skill, someone not skilled in the arcane. They're trying to do something, and they are fucking it up bad.
Okay.
And you can see on the wall scroll behind them are different alchemical equations written in white chalk. You can see kind of frantics, crossed out. But this individual notices a sense of recognition within you. and falls to their knees, clasping their long, elongated hands together as if to beg to you.
Oi. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. There's no need to beg. The mayor did this.
A vicious nodding.
These aren't dangerous creatures. These are prisoners.
If we come back tomorrow, I might be able to help them.
I'm thinking of freeing them now. They can stay on the island if they want, but they don't seem dangerous to me.
If they go out there, though, the townsfolk might not know that they're not dangerous.
And you're having this conversation openly?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You see that the elongated nail of one of these creatures begins to scratch, creating this horrid just into the stone as they just write, "Stay here."
I say we let them go.
Same.
Let them go and let them make their own choice.
If you stay here till tomorrow, if we survive this, I might be able to help you, but I can't promise anything.
Just a nod. Nothing more, nothing less.
But I will do what I can.
Yeah, just nodding.
There are so many stories of great nations hidden under the waves, hidden down beneath in coral cities. If you decide to stay, and if we can find some form of cure, you'll live a life that others would be so incredibly jealous of.
And Wit is gonna try and see if how the lock works, and then ask the rogue.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So we will see. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check, Nimbus, to break that lock.
Oh no, no, go ahead, Whit. I'd love to see you try.
Wait, give me a sleight of hand.
Did I just cut out or?
No. Wit,
Oh.
give us the sleight of
Oh,
hand.
sorry.
No, you're
Sorry,
good, buddy.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
You're good.
A
I
9.
like the... No, it ain't happening.
I can also try. With
No, it's all right. I just wanted to
shot
give
real quick and see if I don't cut them in half on accident.
Whit was going on a fabulous, inspiring story, and I wanted to give him the chance to break them free, but that's all right.
Hi. This is not my skill set,
So
unfortunately.
going to go ahead. I don't believe I took double proficiency in thieves' tools. Let me double check. Let me just go ahead and roll first of all. Well, that's a 3. But I'm a sneaky rogue. Let me double check to see if I took expertise in
Good deal.
insight, sleight of hand, stealth, and thieves' tools. Yes, so I double my proficiency for those. So,
good deal.
Oh, but it'd be the same as sleight of hand anyway. So that is a 16.
16. You are able to deftly break the locks as this creature is freed. Takes the we'll say that this is for both of them. Break the locks on their wrists, and you see the two creatures run to each other and just embrace. You can see the one holding the straw doll kind of falls into the slightly larger creature, and just this unfortunate wailing kind of fills the space. And that's where we're going to take our break.
We're taking a break?
We're taking a break.
All right, my friends, guys, and before we do that break, you can go ahead and get yourself in on our raffle sponsored by Skull Splitter Dice and Alex Journal. We're just opening that up now. Exclamation point win to get yourself in there. Followers get 2 entries, followers get 1 entry, subscribers get 2. So go ahead and enter that now. And remember that, my friends, we'll be drawing this Friday during Off the Rails. So again, please get in there, and we'll see you in 10 minutes. Okay, bye.
Bye.
they can hear you.
Wait, can they hear you?
Hello, everybody? Welcome back to Cosplayground, the Lighthouse. All right, so you guys have just freed these alchemical lycanthropes. What do you guys want to do? They're currently sitting in the corner, embracing. They are no longer paying any sort of attention to you. You can tell this is something that has been kept from these two for a very long time.
We'll leave you here. We'll be back when we're done.
The larger one just looks and nods.
There's some dead quippers in the other room if you want to eat. Everyone's laughing at quippers.
Just a nod. Just a nod.
Stay safe. We'll see you soon.
Okay. And you guys head off?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank fuck we came down here, I'm telling you.
So, we'll go ahead and make this nice and expeditious. You guys get back on the boat. Oh, bing, bang, boom, we made it back.
Whoa.
Who would have thunk it?
Or did we? What is in this room right here? Don't think you're sneaking that by me.
Which room right where?
Pew!
Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Hell yeah. Oink, oink. That's a 7.
Just looks like barrels of...
Can I go as well?
You can indeed, so go ahead and make your
Because I like
investigation
taking
check.
shiny things.
Just looks like wares and supplies. You can see that there are large bulbs in that box. You can imagine that's what goes up top. And in the barrels,
Nice. Okay.
long dead rotten fish. Seems like this is some sort of, whether this was a shipment or some sort of ration that they had here at the lighthouse. It's all rotten at this point.
22.
Same thing. Nothing of import here.
Are there actually stairs that go down from here?
There are not.
Okay.
This is the basement.
Or so we think.
No, it is. It definitely is.
These
So there is
are
one up.
It is only up.
huge.
Okay.
These lights are huge, right?
Yeah, they're probably like the size of a soccer ball.
Okay.
Because it looks like more than one goes into the fixture. So you'd imagine maybe 4 or 5.
Okay.
I'm just wondering if we should take one just in case the thing that they're using for light is like a corrupted magic source in some way and we can change it for a normal light. Not that it matters, I'm just wondering.
We can always come back down if we need to.
Oh, yeah, that's true. No, go on. You're not wrong, are you?
All right. So if you go up one flight of stairs, you're going to be heading back to the first floor that you came in. Do you want to just surpass that and go up one more flight of stairs?
Before we go up to the top, and then
Okay.
this is going to stop.
Okay.
Do we have a plan for how we're going to stop this? We could take out whatever is infecting this land, these people, but if this is a form of lycanthropy, is there going to be a cure for it? If so, is it going to be here?
I have some magic that might be able to. I don't know. I haven't come across this sort of thing before. But maybe. I'd like to try.
I don't know anything about curing, but I know how to. But we can stop it at its source by gutting the bastard.
Let's murder first, and then after that we worry about if it's permanent or not.
Okay.
But
Aye.
So you guys walk up the stairs, and as you do, you surpass the entryway that you had already came through. You end up in a large ivory room with sprawling arcane circles, idols of different shapes and sizes. This looks like an arcane library. A rudimentary one, but an arcane library all the same.
What's with the big Cthulhu statue?
It just seems to be an idol of the sea, from what you can gather. Plus,
Is it just a thing? Is it like, again, having traveled a lot? Is it like is it like a thing that pirates use, cults use? Is it just like people just use it? It's a god, gods do god stuff.
Give me a history check. I'll say with advantage per your experience.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, and then 21.
You recognize this figure as Neilbaugh, the Hag King. He is used in circles to give directives to hag covens. He deems whether or not people are worthy of being a hag. There is a sort of metamorphosis that needs to take place. And it's said if you fail that metamorphosis, Neilbaugh did not think you worthy. Neilbaugh is very popular with sea hags, since he is a oceanic being.
Can I tell what any of this arcane stuff is used for?
Give me an Arcana check.
Three.
Nope.
Nice.
There's a lot of shinies. Does there seem like there's any shinies that could come loose?
If you look at the gems on the floor, they could be lodged out with a deft hand.
Are they glowing at all?
They are.
This room doesn't look good.
I'll take out like a dagger and kind of start trying to pry one out.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
This statue is for the a god, hags and covens. I believe we might be in the midst of a coven ourselves. So this circle of magic, it might still be active in some way.
Maybe taking this out will stop it. That is a 28.
You take it out, and as you do, this merfolk-like form apparates, hovering above the large spectral orb inside, and just looks at you.
Hello.
Doesn't say anything. And after a bit of time, maybe 30 seconds or so, you can tell it's not looking at you. It's looking through you. This is some sort of replay. Events and time passing. You see this feminine Triton-like creature looking forward and just, after what looks to be a pained conversation, looks of horror, sadness, and betrayal adorn themselves upon her face. Dropping the staff in her hands, she hits the ground, and just, you can't hear it, but the scream that she lets out sends chills up all of your spines, just from the visual alone. And after that replay, the spectral visage fades. And you can hear footsteps above you.
Above us.
On the top floor.
Oh.
Someone's up there.
We can find out what happened here. Nimbus, how did you do that? How did you make it play?
I just took the gemstone out and they'll go and try to get another.
You do the other one?
Mm-hmm.
Give me another sleight of hand check.
18 plus 13, so
Yep.
30, 35?
Oh my lord.
One.
That's incredible.
31.
You quickly pull the stone out, and you see these events play through at another angle. You see a human man, older in age, walk into the room, have a similarly pained look on his face during this conversation, as he pulls out a revolver and fires 7 times, tears streaming down his face. After the gun fires, he holsters his weapon and leaves the room, shutting the big wrought iron door. The playback fades.
In neither of those, we could see who they were talking to or interacting
You
with.
can gather the Triton and the human man were talking to one another.
I'll go on to the next one.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check.
25.
Pull it out. In this instance, the same events play. You see where the initial Triton-like woman was. Form is no longer there, but you see 7 other like her looking back and forth through this conversation, fearful, full of anxiety, before one by one they are shot down.
Gods.
And the last?
You pull the last, and you don't see any humanoids, but you see from the ceiling an orb similar to the one that is now embedded in the floor descends, and as it does, a radiant light shines through. Give me an Arcana check, all of you, please.
Um, 16.
Okay.
18.
Oh.
3.
3.
I forgot to not use it.
It's okay.
18 for me.
18. So Nimbus, Loon, and Wit. This is a anti-magic sphere. You can gather it dampened all magic in this room, made it inert, impossible to use.
Can I take this ball?
This is a huge spheroid, and it is embedded into the. Now at this point, it is embedded into the structure of this building. So to
Gotcha.
carry it, it would be a little much. But once again, you hear these footsteps walk across the ceiling. of
Would
the
you
room are
mind?
now currently
Would you
in.
mind replaying the one of the 7? I wanna look at something. I wanna see if they if they're natural tritons or if they've been turned.
If I put it back in and take it out.
You could certainly try.
Yeah, I'll try to
Okay.
put it
Unless
back
if it's too much trouble, then
You put
And-
the
Does the thing
the
start going
gem
up again?
back in. Yeah, that spectral showing fades as you put the stone of the 7 back in. It begins to replay immediately. And give me an investigation check, Wit, to see if these are.
Investigation is not good. No, 8.
They don't. They look to be unnatural, but it doesn't seem to be what you're thinking it is.
Okay.
It seems that some metamorphosis had taken place. Doesn't look similar to the one that you are witnessing.
Are we saying this from a perspective of I've seen and met Tritons before?
You've seen and met Tritons. Yes, these are not natural born Tritons.
these tritons don't seem natural. They're not the same that we've seen, but maybe from what we've seen, the alchemical, the arcane, it's done by the a childish man, folly, but possibly the one that we're seeing on the tape, although not natural, is done by a more skilled arcane user.
Maybe.
That's
So you
where-
said that it was an anti-magic sphere.
Yes.
in this circle, it looks like it could be in the middle. Like, does it look like it could be activated somehow, or it's just no longer?
It is no longer activated. It does not look like it can be anymore.
Okay. These papers, is that like scrolls?
Which ones? I'm sorry, I didn't see you ping there. Yes, those are scrolls.
Pick them up.
Good deal. You look at those. Do you read through them?
Yeah. Or I mean, if there's, yeah. Why not?
Okay. If you look through them, you can see that there's a study of mainland Talesian lycanthropy, how the disease spreads, how it affects others, how it affects the physiological nature of the people that are infected. And then you see scrawlings of alchemical sigils and different sorts of equations. You can tell this is where the idea started. This is the work that had to be done.
Can you bring that piece of paper you found earlier over here?
Hi.
Just the handwriting match.
It does.
That's Oh, nice.
I just don't understand why he would do this. Obviously, he felt guilt for something. He's doing this. I still think it's connected to the trade agreement somehow. It's not nothing's a coincidence. I don't believe it's chance that these two things started around the same time.
Hi.
I think we need to find him.
I think he's upstairs.
You once again hear that footfall.
We'll find out. Let's find out if he's upstairs.
Okay, you guys.
I
leave
jumped
the-
the gun last time. Do we want to approach this a little more quietly?
I would like to confront him at least. So I also think that he knows that we're here. I think it's more of a waiting.
There's a
We won't go
chance he's
quietly, but
prepared.
aye.
Is this room like pretty like from where we're at safe? Like if we were to take a long rest?
If you were to take it's safer. You can tell that the destruction from outside is pretty much not happening here.
Okay.
So
You know what? All right.
as safe as it could be. But if you guys wanted to take an hour and take a short rest, roll some hit dice.
I
completely
think
can.
that's a good idea. Just let's get our bearings. Let's plan for what we're gonna do upstairs.
So we'll say that you take the better part of the next 2 hours searching through this room, gathering yourselves. Roll your hit dice.
Wit like pulls out a small small guitar and plays a quite sad song, but is going to cast Song of Rest, so everyone gets an additional 1d8 to their health pool rolls.
Sounds good. So whatever you guys roll, add a d8 to that. And as you play this tune, Wit, over the next hour or two, you hear a foot tapping along to the beat upstairs. There's no... Go ahead, Kate. What's up?
I would just like to say, instead of short resting, Nimbus will peruse through anything else in this room.
Okay.
And then I would like to do something else rather than resting and rolling a pit dice.
Got it. So go ahead and give me a general investigation check.
16.
16. So as you look around, you can see the scrolls and books over at the top left quadrant of this arcane library. They are transmutation scrolls, books on alchemy, books on lycanthropy. You can see that this was the main source of study here. With a 16, you do find a lone box. It's a small, maybe 2 by 2 inch box.
Is it locked?
It is not.
I'll open it.
You open it to see a silver band, like a ring, with octopus-like tentacles wrapping the design and a sapphire gem embedded into the center of it.
Does it seem magical?
Give me an
No, just
Arcana
like-
check.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 5.
No.
Okay, so plop.
Okay, put it on. It's on. Nothing happens. All right. Anything else anybody wants to do?
This is less during the short rest, sorry, but this is more as we're climbing up the stairs. I do have something I want to pop
Okay.
as
Sounds-
we're going up.
Sounds good. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Are we all?
Oh, is everybody
No,
good?
yeah,
or-
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I was gonna say, if there's anything, just let me know.
As
alright.
they're going up, Wit like just quietly whispers,
Why just spill your beans, lad?
he doesn't do it, but like
To see, like,
quietly whisper, like,
to see you reveal all secrets. You can't help but you can't hide anything when the great ocean stretched out in front of you.
casts True Seeing on themselves, so can now sees things for what they actually are. Creature has true sight, notices secret doors hidden by magic, and can also see into the ethereal plane with 120 foot.
Got it. All right. So, as you guys climb, nothing in the ethereal plane here, but as you ascend, you do see one lone older human man upon these 3 signal fires, looking out toward the sea. He turns to look at you. He bows.
Good evening. I am Tyrgonius Vax.
Why have you done this here?
Good as question as any to start on, I suppose. What do humans do anything for? Selfish gain.
What gain do you get from turning these creatures into these humans into creatures? You've upset the balance of life here.
That I have.
Well, I don't want to be a fish, so fix it.
I cannot.
Why not?
Because she only has that ability.
Vaslin,
Veslin?
Yes.
who is she?
The first on a long list of people that I've wronged in my life. And the one I wish I could take back the most.
It's not really much of an answer.
Veslin was part of a coven. Sea hags. We made a bit of a deal. So that we could ship to other continents and sustain ourselves, live. And I fell in love with her. Our relationship was quick. We grew attached. But her coven sisters deemed me unworthy of her.
So you did this? To what, please her? Please her coven?
I wanted to use the coven to make this trade deal work. For Belaine! With their help and their foresight, our ships could travel anywhere. The coven sisters found out. Told Veslin. She grew furious. And she abandoned me. Rightfully so. Our relationship was born in lies, deception, selfishness. In a fit of rage, I killed her sisters. And I aim to rectify that by creating a new family for her. That was a mistake.
So you're trying to turn all of these innocent people into hags?
Yes, I am. But she is not just a hag. Anymore, she is something far more destructive. This light, the changing. This is Veslin. She wishes to sink this city into the sea. And damn us all for my stupidity. She is now a fury.
Is she now?
Underneath the lighthouse. Can take you there. You can do with me what you will.
He,
Like a trap.
he leans back.
Did we let her go? Oh, I don't like that evil DM smile. No! No!
Is he being truthful
Give me an insight check.
as I'm watching him talk?
Give me an insight check.
That is a 22.
Yes.
She has a lair underneath the basement.
Told you it wasn't. There was something there. Told you guys there wasn't. There was more underneath.
It's hidden by arcane means.
Mm.
I can take you there. If you take care of her. This can be done. Innocent, and he looks to you, Loon. Innocent lives can be saved.
Innocent lives that you put in danger.
You're right.
You angered the ocean, lad. And it doesn't matter how high you climb, hiding away in your lighthouse, the tide's always gonna come to meet you.
Well, unfortunately for the tide, she's going to take an isle of very innocent folk. I didn't turn these people into what they are, only the two in the basement. Those are Veslin's doing. Cruel trick on me.
And you can see that he is completely unaffected by the effect. No gills, no aquatic features.
No, lad. They might be They might be the waves that rippled out, but you're the rock that dropped in the ocean causing it. We'll deal with your problem, but we're gonna deal with you after.
Good. Good. Do what you will.
He raises. Go ahead.
Why aren't you a fish?
As I said, this is her cruel joke. I'm to watch the people I was charged to protect and serve turn under me. For all of the wrongs I've done. But have that conversation with her.
He raises his hand and an arcane door is opened. On the other side, you see a damp floor. Will you step through?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't like leaving him free to run while we deal with his problem.
Where's he gonna go?
Going to run.
No one can leave this island.
He also looks pretty miserable, kind of all on his own. She did a pretty good job.
Okay, let's go.
All right. You guys walk through to Veslin's lair. You see 3 swaggin creatures and 2 large armored sharks looking forward at you as you hear a feminine voice ring through your ears. I see he sent you more failures to stop his problem.
No one sent us. We're here to protect these good townsfolk and those that you've endangered.
Humanity is a cancer, and I aim to cure it by plunging it deep into the sea.
To be fair, none of us here are human.
Close enough.
I
That one is quite
understand.
literally an elephant.
Yes, like, no.
I understand, I do. I understand the rage of the sea, the storm of the oceans. But these people, deserve this. The person upstairs that caused it, that killed your kin. He does. What you've given him is a kindness. But they don't. These people, they just want to live. This ain't the will of the ocean.
Foolish enough to follow that wretched man. They're foolish enough to make the same mistake again.
You followed him. You did.
I loved him.
Exactly. He tricked you. He tricked them as well. You were lucky enough to see through, smart enough.
A crooked grin begins to turn on her face.
And now nothing can quench my fury.
And I'd like you guys to roll for initiative.
Oh, you damn fucker.
Ooh,
25.
9.
Do.
25 wits. Ooh,
Nat 20 for 22.
oh, nice.
Oh my lord, incredible. So strong.
Let's go.
19.
Let's
That's the
go,
highest
gamers.
score.
You got 19, Yev?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
That's a good roll.
Yeah, it's your first good roll. Second good roll.
All right, and Nimbus.
9.
9, buddy. All right, and then, okay. Sick. We're going to start off with Loon. You can see these 3 Swaggin individuals and these shell sharks ahead of you.
You've changed the balance of things, and I can't let that stand. I'm going to hold up my symbol to Saloon,
Okay.
and channel divinity to create my Twilight Sanctuary. 30
Okay.
feet around me is dim light, and any of my allies that end their turn within my 30-foot aura get a d6 plus 12 temp HP.
You said it's a 30-foot radius?
Yes. And then
There you go.
I'm going to walk forward,
Change the color of that.
walk straight up, pull out my hammer, and bonus action cast magical weapon on it.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
All right. With that, it is Veslin's turn. She
Holy weapon,
is-
sorry.
No, you're good.
Holy weapon.
She is going to use Bestow Curse. Touch, never mind. Okay. She's actually going to skip her turn. She's going to do a lair action, though. And that is going to be... The room around you begins to fill with 20 more feet of water. But as it does, you guys can breathe it. You're amphibious creatures. So, next up is Wit.
Okay, so, at the end of the session, we established that I have an octopus that looks a tad like a kraken.
Yep.
Of the fine familiar. Thank you very much.
We did establish that.
We
Here
did
he is.
establish that. That's good. Nothing else I want to do. Just wanted to establish it. No, joke.
Okay.
Okay.
You should be able to move him.
Are they going to go... Beautiful, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
On... After my turn? They move, or can I move them during my turn?
I'll say you can move him during your turn.
Okay, brilliant.
Yep.
I just need to... I can't remember what the swimming speed is. I don't know if it's 40 or 30 is the swim speed of an octopus. But we'll figure it out.
Okay. Of the octopus?
Octopus, yeah.
30.
30?
30? Brilliant. Okay. Okay, so the octopus is going to move a full 60.
Okay. Got it.
Is swimming very, very, very quickly, dashing. Okay, 20 foot of water. How is this affecting ranged attacks?
We will say that they're going to go off as normal.
Okay. I love that for me.
I love that for me.
I love that for me. Okie dokes, okie dokes, okie dokes, okie dokes. How far away is this? Okay, that's 60. Dang! Oh god, they're so far away from me. Okay, there's no trouble. I'm going to instead... so who is directly going to attack? I'm assuming, like,
You
these
see
two...
that Swagan, these two, and then these sharks look
And
pretty
then the
raring to go.
sharks.
But you can see Veslin behind, just keeping watch at this point.
That's fine. They're welcome to keep watch. I would like to... Witherall screams like, "The sea washes away all things. You can't spread your evil around because the tide always rolls out." And cast Shatter to that armored shark and the Shagwin as a big torrent storm.
So on the right or left?
Left, please.
Left? Okay.
As a big torrential storm starts.
All right.
So they both need to make con saves.
There's a natural 7 for a. Let's see. Yep, that's 7 and then 15.
Oh shit, we love that. The save is 16.
Yep,
sick.
so they both
so
fail.
that's 3d8 thunder damage. which is a terrible roll, an absolute gobshite roll of 7 altogether.
Okay.
Do you remember that sexy little thing that we said earlier about?
Yeah. So they will take 10.
Okay, brilliant.
And added. And then let me just double. Okay, and then this will be the one on the left. Then. Okay, so this swirling, arcane, shattering energy just hits both of these creatures. All right. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
Nope.
All right.
Nope,
Next up is Yev.
Okay, I want to take my 40 to get to that armored shark on the left.
This guy?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I think that's about where I'm at. And I'm gonna hit him with my great axe.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Hell yeah.
That's a...
Are you
19.
raging while you do it?
19
I have
hits.
to get hit first, don't I? I can't just rage.
Nope. You can rage whenever you like
Oh,
if you
what?
have it. Yep.
Yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna rage.
So you're gonna use your bonus action to rage.
Yeah, I'll use my bonus action to rage, and then I'll use my
Alright.
action. to
So you hit the
smash
shark
him.
on the left. All right. So 19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Sweet. That's alright. At 8, but then I get to attack again.
You do indeed. All right.
Oops, I rolled
Eight.
my... That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to roll my hit dice. Silly.
All right. So as you slam into the shark, you see chunks of its shell-like armor crust off as he's not looking too hot.
Yeah, suck it, shark. Alright. A 12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
What?
Oh, well, that's all right. All right. And then I believe you have one more attack.
I do. I'm raging. I get another one.
Get that Angie punch.
Get that.
Ah, dang it. That's another 8. That's an 8.
Yeah. Nope, that does not hit.
We have to
Alright.
banish. We have to banish the dice that you're using.
Wherever
Throw it
it's
into the
coming
astral
from.
plane. All right. Next up is the Swaggin Blade Master, who is right in front of you, Loon, who's going to make a multi-attack on you with its wave cutter blade and one attack with its claws. So, with the wave cutter blade, that is a non-natural 20 to hit.
Ah, just hits.
Okay. So then you are going to take 12 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then on the second one here, that is a 22.
That hits.
You'll take another 12. And then for the bite... No, it's a 14. So the bite misses.
Miss.
Yep. And then he is going to... That's going to be it.
Yeah, you can also roll a d6
Oh, sure.
and plus 12 in temp HP.
Oh, he can?
Yeah, at the end of each person's turn, that ends their turn within... So, Witterall, you can also do this.
Oh, dope.
So the
And you
shark
get to-
rolls the HP as well?
No, just friendly.
Just allies.
Oh, just allies. Allies?
So, yeah,
Allies.
What?
Allies.
and Witterall can both roll a d6
Okay,
and
yeah,
add
go
plus
ahead
12 to that
and
roll.
do
in
that,
temp HP.
my boys.
Beautiful. So my octopus does also get that, right?
No,
He
he's
is
outside the range.
just outside of the
outside
range.
of it.
Just outside. Ah, beans.
Yeah.
I was very excited to have the beefiest familiar ever.
The beefiest of octopi. Okay.
Beefiest familiar.
And then that is his turn, and we are up to the left shell shark, who's going to make he is going to make 2 bite attacks on Yev because you did a little slicey, and now he's going to chompa.
Wow.
Jumper.
And he is going to get blood frenzy since there is blood in the area. So he's going to get advantage on these attacks. One is a natural 20, and another is an 18.
Yeah.
So the
Yes.
natural 20 is going to be 26 piercing damage as the shark just launches and latches onto your midsection. And the other is going to be 13 piercing damage as he just lets go and bites back down.
If I have resistance to piercing damage while raging,
That'll be halved. Or
Okay.
piercing damage, that'll be halved. So 20. So we'll say for the first one, it's crit damage, so you will still take the full.
Okay.
But then the other half, you'll take 6, we'll say.
So 26 and 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And then he's going to circle around. He's going to stay within your melee, but he's going to circle around just a cheeky little bit. All right. Next up is the Swaggin Warlock, who's going to swim down here, and he is going to launch 3 Eldritch Blasts at Nimbus. All right. 19, 18, and 14.
So the first 2 hit, the last one doesn't.
Got it. All righty. So you will take...
Yeah, as that last one hits,
Eldritch Blast.
the cloud tattoos on their face start to like glow and be like, "Hey, not to bitch."
Got it. All right, so it's D10. First one is 10 force damage, and the second is 3.
Ooh, okay.
And then the third one goes wild. You see it's this similar spectral green energy blasting forward towards you. All right, and he is going to stay there. Next up is the second Swaggin Warlock. He's going to move... he's going to swim... to about right here. And he is going to throw 3 Eldritch Blast at you, Wit. Okay, 22, 16, and a 15, or a 14, excuse me.
AC is 15, so the 14 misses, but the others hit.
Okay, so the first 2 hit.
Yes.
So that first one is 2 force damage, and the other is 2 force damage. So there's going to be a total of 4.
Love to see it.
We'd love to see it well and truly.
Love to see it.
All right, and now is the Shell Shark on the right, who's going to move in on you, Loon. Is going to make 2 bite attacks on you.
Bring it.
All right, let's see. Plus 4, so 18, and then a
Misses.
21.
Hits.
Okay, so you will just take 13 piercing damage as it bites into you. And then we're up to Nimbus.
Yay!
We did it!
I did it! So I'm gonna go... Bam! Here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shoot the guy that's attacking Loon.
This dude right here.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an attack roll. Schmack that.
Is a, what do I have, a 10 plus 10? Yeah, so that's a 22.
22 hits.
Alright, so that does 7 plus 6 is 13 points of damage, plus a sneak attacks.
All your sneak attacks.
Sneak attacks.
Sneaky,
so that
sneaky.
does, oh geez, okay, so 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 5 is 14, 1
Yep.
is 15, 2 is 17, and 6 is 20... 17 plus 23.
23.
And then, I would like to use, so 23 plus 13, that's 36 points of damage on that swaggy.
Wow.
Swaggin.
Swaggin.
Well, you got it.
Yeah, and then, as that happens, I'm going to, use, one of my Whales of the Grave.
Yep.
And it's going to go for this Swaggin right here.
Okay.
And that guy takes 3d6 necrotic damage.
Holy shnikes. Okay.
That is 4 plus 6 is 10 plus 5 is 15.
15.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Nicely
And then can I...
done.
There's nowhere for me to really get out of like a line of sight of everyone. But can I duck down back here so that I'm out of the sight of like everyone around Loon?
Yes,
and
you can.
only that one. Yeah, so I'm gonna duck back here.
Okay.
So I'm
Sounds
only in that guy's line of sight.
Sounds good to me. All right, and we are top of the order, I believe. We are back to Loon.
Getting hit a whole bunch, just gonna yell out, and with his hammer glowing, just gonna try to whack into this guy right in front of him.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
With booming blade.
Big ol' punchy.
17 to hit.
17 misses.
Tragic.
You hate to see it.
You do hate to see it.
See it, gamers.
I forgot
Well-
I took Piercer.
Still then going to pivot slightly and cast a spiritual weapon at 4th level right behind him.
Okay. Let me grab... What is your spiritual weapon
It
look
looks like a circular eclipsed sun with like a sun with like a moon in front of it from all angles.
Would you say it's a total eclipse of the heart?
It's gonna look like a roof.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you deal with it.
And it's also
Wait,
gonna
where is it? I don't see a roof.
swing.
Oh, I see.
It kind of looks like an eclipse sun, so we'll take it.
Swing into the same Swaggin for a 26 to hit.
26 hits.
Cool.
You can tell he's heavily armored in this chitinous like plate armor.
So it's 3 by 1d8 for every 2 slots above second. Oh, okay. Cool. So that's 15 points of radiant damage.
15 points. Nice. You can tell that some of this armor is beginning to crack and fall off of him. He's looking hit, but he's still holding his wits about him.
Okay.
And you can see behind you, Veslin just kind of cocks her head, looks forward. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, and don't forget, Nimbus, you can roll a d6 plus 12 in bonus temp HP.
You can
Ooh,
indeed.
I'm rolled max.
So, yeah, I also just got 18 temp HP at the end of my turn, and that's my turn.
All right, next up is Veslin. She is going to forsake her action. You can tell that she is focused on some sort of ritual that is taking place in the far end of this cavern. And you can see the green light emitting from this hole in the earth. As she's weaving her hands through the air, you can hear just crackles of earth as they begin to fall atop each other and make this crater bigger and bigger. All right, next up is Wit.
Okay.
I hate it here. Yes.
Okay. Octopus gets all the way to them.
Got
it. The octopus doesn't do anything. Has just gotten there. As Matthew considers what to do. There are a few avenues here.
You mean your octopus can't one-hit KO the big bad?
No, it can. It has an incredible.
Yeah.
Its KD is absolutely barbaric.
He's cracked at Fortnite, my guy.
Yeah. All right. One sec. Cool. Wit can see that they're doing something.
Can indeed.
This cavern is filled up with how much water?
At this
least
point,
20 foot.
It's about 40 feet of water at this point.
Okay. Now, there's an argument that I can swim through this and not take opportunity attacks because there is enough area for me to go up.
Correct. There's a vertical element to this fight.
So he has the Cloak of the Manta Ray equipped because we said that he had the hood up earlier, which means that he gets a 60-foot swimming speed.
Exactly.
So
you
he is
can
going
use
to
like 30 feet of it to get up where you need to be.
Okay, and then
the other 30 to move.
30, so I can only move 30 at the min.
Yes. So you can move right above this fight that's happening here.
I tell you what, for token ease, I will say I go here.
Okay, that's fair.
Just so I'm not on top of like 3 other tokens.
Yep, nope, that's valid.
But I'm vertically very high above.
Okay.
I am going to... You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to retake that move. So he just swims back afterwards. He's like, no, it's a terrible idea.
Okay.
Okay. Yells out in an attempt to persuade, calm, reason in some way. Like,
The sea will always take back what you take. Doing this will do nothing but cause harm to you down the road. You must rethink it.
Give me a persuasion check. Okay. Just straight roll.
Cool. That is a... I believe that's... Yep, that's a 10 plus 6. Okay, sure. So that's a 16.
You can tell she's still weaving her hands about as she looks back. The sea can have us all then, as the ritual continues.
Okay, was that an action?
I'll say that was your free action. To speak.
If the sea won't take you, then I will.
Cast Bestow Curse, because even though it's a touch, it's through the octopus.
Okay.
I can cast through Find Familiar.
Alrighty.
So they need to make wisdom saving throw or become cursed. The cursed is whilst cursed, the target must make wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns. If it fails, it wastes its action doing nothing.
That is an 8.
Incredible. I'm before the full curse goes through. I'm taking, even though they're foregoing their action, they are still doing something.
Yes.
Yeah? So if they are unable to act, that stops.
Okay. So yes, the ritual at this point, you see her hands almost freeze in place. The green arcane light beginning to dim and fade from the fingers.
Okay, cool. That's my turn.
Alrighty, next up, we get a lair action. Okay, unoccupied space. Sick. You see as this large globule of water forms in this square. All right, and it moves up to 60 feet. And everybody in it needs to make a DC 16. So that's Yev, the Blade the Blade Master, the Sharks. Well, the Sharks are. Yep, they would have to make it as well. So 60. That's up to wit. So it's going to go the full 60. I need all of you to make a DC 16.
Fuck.
So
Okay,
that's Yev, Loon, Wit, and then everybody in her party as well. A DC 16 strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
Okay. This was from Evers, and I didn't use it, but you gave me an inspiration in Evers.
I will let you use it. I will let you use it.
Just wondering.
I'm a cheeky little nice guy.
Cheeky little nice guy.
Okay.
Okay.
So everybody except for this warlock here passes, and this guy falls prone. But everybody else is fine.
Oh, brilliant.
I failed.
So you are knocked prone, and you are moved 15 feet back from your current position.
Also, can we just take a moment to appreciate this map right now?
It's so freaking cool.
Right?
I have
Very,
just
very
been
cool.
staring at it this whole time.
Yeah,
Right?
maps today have been truly.
There's so many
truly
things for
something
me to
else.
just like crouch behind and look at.
Right. We love a
This is,
dynamic
like so
map.
neat.
Thanks, Roll20.
Really
It's
I mean,
so
it's
cool.
cool.
All right. And then, Yev, how did you do on your strength save?
I got a nat 20 plus 2 for a
You're good.
22.
You stay where you're at. And then, Wit, what did you get?
So, how are you doing? Inspirations? Is it just roll again?
Reroll, yep.
Reroll. Okay, that's fine. Because the first one wasn't the best, and the second one was worse actually. So it's only a 12.
Ooh.
So you are
Fuck
knocked
it.
prone, and you can't go back another 15 feet, so you're just back here.
Okay.
All right. And after that lair action, we are 2. Yev, you're up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go forwards. I'm gonna go towards. I forgot how to spell. I forgot how to say her name.
Lunar Nimbus.
Forwards. What's Vessa? Sorry.
Oh, Veslin?
Veslin.
Veslin.
Yeah. So if you move out of the reach of this shark, it can get an opportunity attack on you.
You know what? Let me just smash him. I'll smash the shark.
Okay, that makes sense. That tracks, honestly.
I will smash the shark. Okay, let's
You
see.
know, punch it.
I want to come right over here and give him a big smack. All right, let's see. Please be a good roll. Yay! That is a 20 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice. Yeah, eat shit, shark. 14.
Eat shit, shark. Okay,
Shit, Joe.
14 damage. Okay, it is not looking great.
Nice. I'm gonna hit him again.
Oh, actually, no. I am dumb. This shark is dead. You cleave it straight in half.
Nice.
Oh!
Incredible moves. Well done.
I was on the wrong tab. So yes, that shark is donezo.
Yes.
So you now have this target or this other shark. Or this guy if you're feeling cheeky.
I'm gonna hit that guy. Oh, you know what? No, I'm gonna get the one in the middle. I'll get that little guy in the middle there.
Go for it.
Okay, so I'll have him as he cleaves that shark in half, immediately like one of those spin turns to go get this other
hell
guy.
yeah.
Like
All right.
just
Nice.
All right, let's see.
Move. Backswing. So you gotta
Yeah.
move
All
up
right.
on him and make that attack.
Let's hit this guy.
Or are you moving up to him, Yev?
Yeah, well, let me move my little dude.
Okay.
Here we
Sounds
go. Meow. There we go.
Boom. Bing, bang, boom.
That's a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Now we're getting the rolls. Now
Here
we're getting
they
the rolls
are.
that matter.
Now we're
Right,
thinking
matter.
of
We're
portals.
getting the rolls. Now we're thinking of balls.
That's an 8. 8 damage.
8 damage? All right.
Yeah.
Now we're pod racing.
And then as he does that back, come up and down, and then
Yep.
hopefully hit him
one more
with
time.
this last one.
Give him one more little cheeky punch.
Nat 20!
Nice.
Yo!
Alright.
Now
So,
we're pod
in-
racing.
In
Now
now pod
here
racing.
we go,
In
here we
the
go.
in the House of Commune. So that is flat damage dice. So it's a D12, correct? Is that what you're using for damage?
I do believe so.
So it's 12. Roll again, and then add your modifiers.
Oh, incredible.
Yep.
Okay. 12? I roll a d12 or just give it straight
Nope.
12?
So you already have 12 damage. Roll the dice.
Okay.
Yep. And then
That
add
is 12 plus 15, and then add what?
Yep. So is it 15 with your modifiers?
Yes.
Then yeah. So 12 plus 15 would be the
Okay.
damage done.
So 27.
Shit.
Nice.
You give 2 hefty cleaves. You take off the Swaggin Blade Master's arm as he just looks,
Incredible.
puts his shield up, and just it's this kind of warbled. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
that. Yep. Yeah, stay right
This is the shit that I live for. It is now the Swagan Blade Master's turn. He's going to attempt to retaliate with a 2 bites and a claw.
Ooh!
He angy.
Angie boy.
Ooh,
He would
there's a
attack with the
natural
sword,
1
twice
and a
enough.
natural 3. So the bites miss, but the claw is a no. It's a nope. He
Incredible.
completely whiffs all. He's so flustered, he completely misses all of his swings. Now
Nice.
we can delete this one. Now it is the Warlock's turn. He's going to launch 3 more Eldritch Blasts at you, Nimbus.
Uh-huh.
Natural 1,
No.
4,
Good shit.
No,
and then 19.
that one will hit.
Okay. And you will take 7 force damage.
Okay.
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 All right,
Sure.
buddy. I'm
I would
sorry.
just like it noted I'm still above 100.
Fucking Christ.
Dang.
This
I
one,
took tough.
that's valid. This one is going to use its action to, Josh, for you, prone is half of your movement?
Half movement.
Got it. Okay. Thank you. No, you're good, dude. He is going to use half of his movement to get up and launch 3 Eldritch Blasts at you, Wit. He saw that you were
This is the danger zone as well. 'cause I'm
talking
concentrating.
to exactly.
And
That is 2 natural 20s
oh fuck!
and a 19.
Fucking
Jeez
hell!
Louise.
All right, so the first one it'll be I'm sorry, buddy.
Nah, it's
I
chill.
get how that. So 10,
Sucks.
15. The second net, so 15 force damage, 19 force damage, and then the last one you're gonna take a flat 7 force.
Okay.
So-
I'm so sorry. 15, 14, which is 29, and then 7. So
Oh,
30,
15, 19,
15, and then 19. Oh, shit.
and
okay.
then 7.
Sick. So,
So
24,
your
34,
DC
and then 7, so 41 damage altogether.
So you have to beat a 20.
But
on your
isn't that? But it's
concentration.
3 different hits, so it'd be 3 different concentration
3
checks,
different
right?
con
True.
saves,
Yeah.
All
Yep.
with a DC
Can I-
10.
Can I take a
It's
reaction?
higher, actually. So it's, I believe it's higher.
No, because it's either half.
It's half.
of the
It's
damage
10 or
or
half the
half.
damage, whatever is highest.
Thank you. I'm so
So
sorry.
for
Let me
15,
calculate
7
this.
is the DC.
one sec. It's because I have temp health still, so it's
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not minusing 41. It's minusing 7. Oh, actually, no,
Ah.
it would be, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? If I just do that. Sick. Cool. Okay, so con 13. First one succeeds.
That no DC was 14. That fails.
But isn't it? It's
Or no, it's
half
7. No,
damage.
no. You're
It's
right. You're
half
right.
damage.
You're right.
10 or
10.
half.
That
whatever's
is correct. It does indeed. Yeah, you
That's
passed
for
the
the first
first
hit.
one. So the second one,
Second
19, 8 or 10 is the DC.
11,
Yep, you're good.
and the
And
third
the last
one,
one
which is also still 10, right? Because it's 7.
correct. Yep.
14. Did
You're
it.
good.
It's
You're
holding
good. So-
concentration on this curse.
Concentration hold. Hard. Just a middle finger. All right. Yeah. You said you wanted to use your reaction.
Oh.
What did you want to use
No,
your
it's
reaction?
okay. Because I think you already rolled your damage and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah. It would just be a pain in the ass math if I pulled it now.
Okay. All right. And then
Appreciate it.
next up is the shell shark, who's going to swim toward you, Loon, and make 2 bite attacks on you. Blood
Okay.
frenzied. So the first one gets advantage. That is a 19. Doesn't hit.
This is.
The next one, non-natural 20.
Okay, that just hits.
Okay, so you're going to take 13 piercing damage.
13
The
piercing damage.
Chompas back into you.
Chompers.
All right. And next up is Nimbus.
Oh, hey.
Hey, how you doing, bud?
Hey, it's my turn. Yay. I'm a hit this guy that keeps Eldritch blasting me because I don't like that.
Anyway, I started blasting.
So I'm actually going to. I completely forgot. I took sharpshooter, so I'm gonna take a -5, to that roll.
Okay.
And that is a 12 plus 10, which is 22. -5 is 17.
That's a fatty hit.
Okay, so I roll 1 plus, I think it's 6, right? That's what, yeah, 1 plus 6 is 7 plus 10 because of sharpshooter. So it's 17 on the attack, and then let's do some pretty sneak attack. Damn it! Wait, no, I don't want to get sneak attack on him.
So he is looking rough, but he is still standing. All right. Next up.
I'm sad.
I'm sorry. Back to the top of the round.
This is why swashbucklers are better.
We're back up to Loon.
Sharpshooter though. That sharpshooter feat. I was literally just about to use that sharpshooter as well. That was a great call.
Came in.
Oh wait! I can re-roll one of my damage dice because I also have piercer.
Yeah, if you want to, go ahead.
That becomes an 8. So add 7 to that.
Oh.
Oh wow.
He is dead.
Nice.
I just went from minimum damage to maximum damage because of
incredible move.
He very much a dead man. Nicely done.
ooh. Oh wait, no, I don't have a. Never mind. I already have all my soldiers.
All right, and then we are gonna go to. Yeah, Loon. It is your go.
Okay. Also, Nimbus, you can take temp HP. Gonna start off booming blade again. Swing at this shark. Stand up and yell at him.
Don't mean to interrupt. Do I also get that temp HP?
You do, but if you if you haven't been hit, but like you,
I have got quite meatily hit last turn.
But that was after your turn. I don't think you got hit before your turn.
He did get hit after.
I got hit after, yeah.
Yeah. So on your turn, you can do it again.
Brilliant. I understand the mechanic. That's my B.
I understand the mechanic.
27 to hit this shark.
27 does indeed smack that. It does smack Bruce. Correct.
Okay. So that is 14 points of thunder damage.
14 points of thunder damage. All right. He's looking mighty rough.
11 points of radiant damage.
He is fucking obliterated.
Nice.
So.
Oh, you had another dice in there?
Yeah. And then some more bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, he done.
And then bonus action, swing my spiritual weapon at the
Blade Master.
Yeah, for a 16.
16 misses.
And then I'm gonna impose myself in between.
Oh, you are
the goblin.
You are a good being.
An absolute god. Okay.
Yeah. And that is the end of my turn.
All right, and it is now Veslin's turn.
Make a fucking wisdom save or waste your action.
Oh my god. That felt so charged. Shit. Right. I'm sorry I said Quipper earlier. My god.
This is exactly why we're like...
That is a 9. Action is wasted.
Yeah, they lose the whole action.
All right, and we're to Wit.
As Loon swims up in between, oi, thank you, lad. Turns, sees the quivering spell now, and seeing Nimbus. Nimbus do the sharpshooter is like, great idea. Pulls the sniper, then readies it, and is going to sharpshooter. Just straight down the barrel.
Straight to Veslin?
Straight down the barrel, just right on him.
Make that attack roll.
So cool.
I fucking love.
For a second, I thought you were hugging the beard. You're just crossing your arms.
It does look like you're hugging the beard.
I'm sorry I quit on y'all. That nose was...
Hey, listen, it's fine. I haven't been wearing the eye patch for like half the session.
Or the hat.
Should I just take off the
the hat?
cape?
The hat's respectful to take off.
The hat is respectful.
Okay, right, cool.
All right, so
musket. That is a 16. This is all that already had the -5 on it.
16 does hit.
Okay, we love to see it.
We love to see it.
So that is 1d12 plus 5. No, it's not even plus 15 because I'm going to add fury to the Fury of the Small on it.
You.
That's 1d12 plus 27. As with it's only 3. It's a piss poor roll.
So, but it's 30
but that's
damage.
30. There's 30 damage.
Oh
straight down the
no!
barrel as
You
the
only
sniper.
did 30 damage.
Oh no! So,
We're sitting here with Nimbus doing like 150 damage a turn.
I just
line
did
up-
like 17.
This is true. You line up with the
What?
bullet flies through the water, and you see it blow a portion of Veslin's ribcage out, the blood slowly seeping into the ocean water around you. All right.
So sorry, love.
Is that the end of your turn?
Um,
Or do you get another attack?
I do not, but
Nimbus, the only person that could beat me in a shot is you, and I know you're gonna do it now.
Bardic Inspiration. Yeah, D10 added to your next whatever you want. There you go. Now turn's done.
Okay.
Now you can roll your d6 and add the 12 to 10 HP.
Thank you so much. Beautiful. I appreciate that. Okay, great. Which is 5 plus 12, did you say?
Yeah. Yeah, so 7.
Good. That's so beefy. Oh
It's-
my god.
it's kind of
That is incredible.
All right.
Great.
So next up is a lair action, and Veslin is going to summon a fearful apparition, or a fearsome apparition, of one of her dead coven sisters. You can all see her. I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is my line of sight broken, or is it
It is not.
okay? Because
No, it's not.
that boy looks like it's that pillar looks like it's poking out of the water. Just saying, so I wouldn't be able to see over it. But
You're on level, so this is on the ground.
no, you're fine. I'll
No.
make the save. What is it?
You're
It was save.
12.
You're a failure.
Do I get 15 because of the +2 because you're within 10 foot of me, Loon?
What? No, I'm not a paladin. I'm a cleric. So no.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh. Sorry. You're so just paladin themed. And I've been adding +2s to so many things. I forget. Yeah, it's only 13 then.
Nope, not the
Okay.
paladin.
So you are now frightened of this apparition.
Mine is a 16.
You pass. You are not frightened.
Okay.
Yev.
That one.
You
Oh
are.
my lord,
You are
it
Mondo
is not
Spooky Dookies.
It gets a little warm in my area. Like,
Yeah.
It makes sense that the one that's like all about death and spirits isn't frightened by the spirit.
All right, and then Loon. What did you get for your wisdom save?
I said 12. You said
Oh!
both failure.
You failed. I got
Yeah.
it. Okay. Yep. So everybody but Nimbus failed and is frightened of this apparition. Okay.
Right.
Next up is Yev. You spooked to that thing, but this
Oh, yeah.
guy's
Sucks.
right in front of you.
I have counter charm as well, which just blocks frightens. If only it was my turn.
If only-
But I didn't just do my turn.
Wait,
no, it's just the barbarian's turn. I don't have any cool stuff. Okay, I want to kill this guy. Hopefully, this dude right next to me.
Make a big old punch.
Well, me a big old punch. Pretty cool. Here we go. Okay, I am going to where did my? I'm sorry. Oh, there it is. I had the wrong tab open. I was over in my features. All right, here we go. Hit.
Sure.
10 plus. That's a 16.
16
To
misses.
hit. Oh no! I'm gonna try again.
Yep.
That one's gonna. No, that's not going to. That's a 9.
No.
And last one. Oh, that was almost a nat 20. That's just a 20, a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
Thank God.
Mess it up.
Come.
You can do it.
That's 3. That's 3 damage. Yeah.
Plus what?
Plus what?
Plus what?
Do you have your what did you roll on the dice? A 3?
Yeah.
What is your strength modifier?
Oh, I got a 1. I did a
So
1d12. It says 1 plus 2.
Okay,
3.
but then you have rage damage, which should be, I think,
okay.
plus
Hold
3?
Oh, yeah, plus 3 melee.
So
Yep, you're right.
So it's 5. It's better.
So 5. That is better. I appreciate you.
You cleave into him one more time. He is barely standing, but he is still standing.
I thought your health bonus thing also did attacks, and I was like, wait, where?
No, but now at the end of your turn, instead of getting temp HP, you can end the frightened condition if you so choose.
Oh, done.
Okay.
No,
So
I
you're
think
no
I'll take the
longer-
temp HP.
No,
just
I
for
think
being a
I-
scary little cat.
Because
You
it
are-
also ends charmed or frightened.
Okay.
That's
So you are
so
No
sick.
way.
You are
That's
you're
so
so
cool.
good.
My
you are
lord.
no longer frightened. All right.
Yeah.
So it is now the Swaggin Blade Master's turn, and he is going to do. He is gonna do 2 bites and 1 claw attack on you, Yev.
Oh,
All right. So that is a
you didn't have to be like that.
22 and a 16 on the bites. Do those hit?
Yes.
Okay. So
We could get cool.
you're gonna take 8, which is already halved piercing damage,
Okay.
and then on the claws, 17. Does that hit?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to take 4, which is already halved slashing damage. All right, and then is the Swaggin Warlock? Well, it's only one Swaggin Warlock's turn because the other one's fucking dead.
You're welcome.
He's
Thank
going.
you.
Oh, that wasn't at you.
Oh,
He is
but
going to
I don't know who that
use.
was
thank
at.
you anyway.
It was at the warlock. At the
Yeah, you're welcome for
Make-
killing you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
He's going to multi-attack you, Loon, with a bite and then a slash from his Sword of Fathoms.
Oh.
Sounds
That doesn't sound
worrisome.
positive. That sounds really bad, actually.
Non-natural 20 and a natural 20.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
So with the bite, you're going to take 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
And the natural 20, you're going to take 14 slashing damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Wait. Can I do a reaction before he puts that on
If
him?
you wanna.
I would like to use my spirit shield. And if I'm... Oh, wait, hold up. Are you 30 feet?
I'm within 30 feet of you.
Hell
Just-
yeah. Okay, you can use my reaction to reduce that damage by 3d6.
Okay.
3d6.
So that's reduced by 11 points.
So
Thank
you
you.
take no.
That's not
Mark
nothing.
Lyric
Yeah.
alone.
But you still need to make that Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Okay.
Yep.
19.
Okay. You pass. All right. And
Great.
not gonna tell you what that would have done.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm so
Nimbus,
scared.
you're up.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm gonna shoot at the guy that's going for. First I'm gonna move. 1, 2, 3. Let's just move here. Why not? Because I just want to
Okay.
start getting closer to this lady. And then I'm gonna. Oh, but I don't, because sharpshooter. It's okay for me to shoot however long. So I'm gonna attack that guy.
Okay. Go ahead and make the attack roll. You would get sneak
And-
attack because Loon is.
Yeah,
sneaking
and
past
I
you.
will also take the penalty.
Got it.
That is a 17 plus 10, 27 minus 5 is 22.
Yes, indeed.
Phenomenal.
Yeah,
Phenomenal
that is.
move.
Yeah.
So that is, only 1, but I'll reroll that because it's so that becomes a 5 plus 6, which is 11, plus my sneak attack, which is, okay, let's see, 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 1 is 8, plus 4 is 12, plus 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16. Not too great on that.
Oh yeah.
And then black energy and smoke starts coming from
Well, also plus 10 from sharpshooter.
plus 10 plus sharpshooter. So that was 22 plus the 16.
Got
So
it.
that's
6.
36
Uh-huh.
total. And then black smoke and energy starts going from the one I just hit and starts creeping towards this other one right near Yev. And
Okay.
as I use up another Whales of the Grave and That one will take 3d6 damage as
Okay.
I roll that. That is 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 6 is 13.
13. All right. So you guys watch as Nimbus aims their crossbow. And Loon, you're staring this Swagan warlock dead in the eyes, and he's ready as you see an arrow bolt hit directly through the head with so much force that he is lodged into the wall adjacent you. And after that, this swirling form of shadow comes up to you and forms a spear that completely bisects the Swagan Blade Master in front of you, Yev, ending both creatures.
I also don't think I took a bonus action.
You didn't.
So I'm gonna bonus action go right there.
Good deal. All right.
I'm gonna bonus action dash, so I'm there now.
Sick ass. Okay.
They're like extremely the most. Extremely the most.
So
Yeah, that was.
it is only you guys
Rogues.
and then it is only you guys and Veslin at this point.
Is this like creature thing not
This-
actually?
This is gone. We're back to the top of the order. It is
Oh,
gone
it's
now.
gone.
And the frightened condition is gone.
Okay.
Oh, amazing.
Well, I'm up.
Loon, you're up.
Start running. 5, 10, 15, 20. So I only have a 20-foot move speed, right? Because we're underwater.
No, you have a swim speed because you're amphibious of
But
30 feet.
Of 30
was-
feet.
Yeah.
You said 20 before.
Did
Am I
say
an
20.
idiot? I meant 30.
Oh,
Okay.
cool. Then I'm gonna move my full 30.
Yep.
She's far away. We're gonna pull out my spell scroll from my pocket. Spell scroll of lightning bolt, and
Okay.
unleash it at. Wait. That might be a bad idea.
Are we gonna get zapped?
No, I'm not
We
gonna
may
do
get
that
that.
because
You-
I like.
We
it,
won't know
but it's too
until you
much.
try.
I like
Listen,
it,
I'm
but
still
it's
over
too much.
100 hit points. I'm game.
You know, Kraken falls from the crow's nest and turns into mush like all the time. You're very welcome to kill Kraken.
Great.
Also,
good
there-
luck.
yeah.
Lightning bolt.
All right, that's a dex save.
Yes.
Natural 1. And in my house, that
right.
means double damage.
Yeah, that's right.
Amazing.
I like your house, Alex.
My house is very nice.
Great house. It is a nice house.
It's a nice house.
It's a nice house.
You know,
Everybody looking at his house. She.
Okay. Double damage. So,
So-
roll the dice.
yes,
double it?
and double it, correct. Absolute mad lads.
So that's 8d6.
Mm-hmm.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. $27 doubled would be 54 points of lightning damage.
Right. Octopus Kraken's gone.
Yeah, Kraken dies.
Absolutely obliterated. And you see
Not even being
this
able to summon
crackle
them back.
of electrical
Just,
energy surging through Veslin's form.
You have lost the ability to use Find Familiar.
I've lost the ability to summon that Kraken. It's gone from every plane of
gone.
existence.
He's been absolutely erased.
Bonus action is just going to move my spiritual weapon 20 feet closer. And that's my turn.
Sick. All right, it is Veslin's turn.
Not bad. I'll take it.
She is going to swim.
She's going to make a wisdom save.
Oh shit, she is.
Oh, so good. So good.
3.
You didn't break concentration on that when you shot her?
Nope.
3.
Because that was just a
Her
shot.
action is wasted. So next up is Wit.
Insanity.
We love this cheeky little bullshit. I love it, dude.
I do
Alright.
too.
Swimming just closer.
Mm.
I imagine she turned to swim this direction, and
She
then
has. Yep.
the curse
So
stopped.
she is looking at you, and she is looking mighty, mighty weak.
Just wrapping the fucking thing around his around it and setting up for another sharpshooter shot.
All right, go ahead and make the attack roll.
You should. Oh yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Nothing. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, I'm just gonna do this so I don't need to do maths. Ding. That's a nat 20. That's a nat 20 sharpshooter hit.
Okay. Okay.
So I would really just like to say, I don't know if I'm gonna kill her, but last game I finished it with a nat 20 sharpshooter shot.
You did.
Let's see what you roll.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Because the sharpshooter doesn't get doubled, right? Because that's
The
not
sharpshooter
dice.
does not get doubled.
Yeah. So okay. So it's just gonna be. It's
It's
For damage.
12.
Okay. So that's
So 12.
8.
So
it's
20.
8, 16. So that's 20, 38.
Okay.
It's a shame I can't Fury the Small again.
Whittle, how would you like to do this?
So good.
Twice.
Flicks up. Okay, I'm not in the thing. Is gonna flicks up the eye patch.
Because that's the good eye.
Ready?
all know
Because this is the good eye. This is the good eye.
Yeah.
Ready's. I'm so sorry that your waves were rough. I'm sorry that the seas were stormy in your life. I hope wherever it is I'm about to send you, the waves are calm, and the sun is as beautiful as it always is. Fires it.
You let this bullet loose as Veslin is sea foam.
As that happens, can I just hold out my hand
Yeah,
and conjure a soul trinket from her?
sure.
What does this trinket look like?
You would, but you already have it. The ring that you took. with
So
some
the
engagement.
ring just comes off of one hand and appears in the other.
Exactly.
What are we doing magic now? Like, is this really the time for you to do magic tricks?
No, it's her soul. And puts it in the leather pouch on his their right hip.
Okay, so you guys can see as Veslin is destroyed, the lair begins to not self-destruct, but the water begins to seep into this large hole that was created by Veslin, and the magic left here seals it up. And you see the dim green light begin to lighten up. And through your exploration of the town, you can see that everybody within it are back to normal. They're healed. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
I mean, after a long rest, I would like to
We'll say that
remove curse and go see if that works
Okay.
on the two in the basement.
So we will say it's been the night. You guys have been offered free lodging for the work you've done here. What have you done with Tirgonius Vax? Is he taken in custody?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys have taken him in custody. He's put in a dungeon within Bellion City, and you go back into the basement where these two creatures are still embracing one another. It doesn't look like they've moved.
Oh no.
I'd like to walk up to them. Do they react to me coming into the room?
The larger one looks at you and just nods in your direction.
I don't know if this is going to help. But a promise is a promise, and I want to do what I can. And I'm going to touch the smaller one first and cast Remove Curse.
Roll me a D100.
Okay. 30.
You see, as you lay your hand forward, a spectral blue hand joins it. You see the form of this smaller creature shift into that of a small halfling girl. wearing a beautiful pink gown, holding her straw doll, looking up at this other creature with nothing but love and affection. Go again.
And then
if you'd
touch
like.
my hand again. 3.
100% of bardic inspiration, by the way. 100%.
Good deal.
Yeah, I've added a D10 to that. There's no way you're going to go cure this curse without wit behind you. Like,
So 6, I guess.
Good.
okay.
You see, as your hand moves to the other creature, the spectral hand stays with you. As you place the hand on, the larger creature begins to shift into that of an older, graying halfling woman who looks at you. Thank you so much.
Of course.
She picks up. You've saved me granddaughter's life. You've saved our lives. Thank you.
We're just here to help. I'm sorry it ever happened to you.
Thank you. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session
So
of Cosplayground.
good.
Beautiful.
You guys
Beautiful.
are so cool.
Beautiful.
Nimbus.
Absolutely
the damage
murdered.
output.
This was-
that absolutely feral.
Absolutely incredible. But
Yeah,
before
like
we-
that was amazing.
Yeah, Alec,
Hey,
that
you're
was so
welcome. I'm
good.
glad you guys
Oh, yeah,
had a
pal.
good time. Let's go ahead. We will do our quick goodbyes and go ahead and promote yourself. So we're going to go with Rowan first. Go ahead.
Hey, Rowan, Robies, B.Robies, pretty much everywhere. Mostly on TikToks, sometimes on Instagram, and I'm learning how to Twitter slowly.
Awesome. All right. And Kate.
I am Hannah Montana. No.
That's incredible.
Oh, that just threw my white balance way off. Okay, hi. I am Kate, or the Cloudy Kate, on social medias, almost everywhere, most places. Yeah. I'll be
Awesome.
here again on Tweeb, running a Call of Cthulhu one shot on the 2nd, whenever that is. I don't know.
It's,
Cool.
it's exciting.
Come see some spooky stuff
Yeah.
and some cats. There's gonna be a lot of cats.
Hell yeah. All right. Trail.
Hello there, beautiful people. So, da-da-da-da. And we go back to normal color. Color has been restored to the world.
Whoa.
Um,
In Technicolor.
Yeah, right. Hi there, beautiful people. My name is Matt, or Captain Crail. I'm big streamy boy. You can find me on Twitch as there. I just posted the link in chat, which is twitch.tv/Captain Crail. I stream Monday to Thursdays. An assortment of random games, and we have a really good little gang there. Yeah, and if you enjoy Sea Adventures, tomorrow I'm going to be starting Subnautica. So that should be really fun, and I hope to see you there.
That'll be very good. All right, Daniel.
Hi, I'll see if I can do it as well.
Take it on.
I'm Daniel. I'm that Schaefer kid on pretty much all social media platforms. I don't post a whole lot right now, but you can follow me on Twitter where I post angsty things about the film industry.
Hell
And that's-
yes. And I am Alec. I have been your dungeon master for this evening. I am a variety streamer here on Twitch. Do all things from a Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke over to a D&D homebrew campaign called Intelligence Save, which I usually run on Sundays on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/communitym. We're working on updating the podcast a bit, so that'll be up and running sooner than later, hopefully. Yeah, so thank you for having me, and thank you guys for being amazing players. And I think, Josh, do you have any more announcements from my diary?
Yeah, it's so weird. There was a page stuck together. I peeled it apart. There's a few more things. So real quick, it's just really, this one's covered in unicorns and heart drawings.
All right.
That are just adorable. But anyway, a huge... Commune's Diary wants to give a huge thank you to our partners, first of whom is Soundtail. Soundtail brings all that amazing ambiance to our games, guys, and you can get access to Soundtail for your own use at their links, which I'll throw up in chat after this. Sorry, I'm running solo tonight. Another huge shout out also to Arcane Anthems, who makes all those amazing intro songs you see for our shows. He also makes a bunch of free D&D music available on his Patreon. Again, links will be in chat in a bit. Oh my gosh, thank you, Commune, I love you. Look at that, he's doing it all, that beautiful man. And then, of course, I would be remiss not to mention the fact that we are affiliated with Found Familiar Coffee. If you want to taste Initiative, trust me, it's a distinct flavor, you can go over and use that welcome in promo to get 10% off the link in chat. Guys, thank you to our amazing players. It's so exciting to have this crew back here, these beautiful smiling faces, these wonderful people. And a huge applause to Alec again for being a phenomenal DM, as always.
So good.
You're all
Thank you
wonderful.
so much.
Really
And with
incredible,
that,
yeah.
everybody, have a great night. Bye!
Bye, guys.
everybody.